Alright, who would like to, well wait, Baldric, would you like to cue us in with the last week's summary?
Alright, let's see. Well, we were trapped in a cave, in a dark, dark cave. Unfortunately, there were no damsels around to be saved. But, luckily, some dwarves came and saved us. Khalgrast actually decided to hide from them. Let's see. Then we went back to Elf Village. I'm trying to remember what else we did. Okay, my mind's blank.
I mean, that's actually, you're not missing much. Then we decided to teleport here.
Yeah, pretty much we decided to teleport here.
And everything about that went exactly as planned.
Exactly as planned.
Yes, exactly. It's okay, I am in the middle of this, but I still look beautiful. Hair flip and sparkles.
Alright, is that it?
I think so. Was it a short session last week?
It was a shorter session last week. We'll see how long this one goes.
Short-ish, we talked a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of planning.
Alright, so, we now join our adventurers. The scene hands onto Baldric, landing ever so gracefully with Sasha, parachuting right in the middle of several...
Well, I want you to imagine that, first of all, as the spell is going off, Baldric is, making different poses, seeing which one he likes the best, so that when the spell finishes, he's chosen a pose, right? And he appears in the middle of there. He doesn't really know because his eyes are closed, and he just stands up, does a hair flip, lets the sparkles, emanate around him before he opens his eyes and sees where he is. And just lets out, oh shit.
And with that, we start the session. Baldric, you land dead center between two elven squads. They flank both your sides, 12 to the left, 12 to the right. One of them turns around, takes an arrow, takes a bow and arrow, points it at you, looks surprised. A human. He looks at you. What? Where'd you come from? What are you doing here?
Hold on, Alex, what was the name of the village that we just came from again?
Silverleaf.
Okay, I just tell him, look, we came from Silverleaf, we have reinforcements. Can I see the people in the forest at all?
You cannot see directly them in the forest, but the people in the forest can see Baldric right now. But
so I can't see him.
No, but before you have a chance, a group of shamans shoot flame towards you, Baldric. What do you do?
I fucking dodge.
All right, you fucking dodge. What happens? You roll. Wow, you lucky.
And I throw Sasha at them.
All right, and in a quick, deft movement, Sasha is thrown towards them. What do you do? All right, choose 3.
We'll gain a +1 forward a bit against them,
Okay.
and it has a lasting effect on the crowd, and they are temporarily distracted.
All right. So do you want to hit the shaman group or the Black Knight group?
Shamans.
All right. So they are marked. So Baldric, you land around, and the elves says, "Are you the only one here?" And they try to quickly wrap around.
No,
you.
no, no. There's somewhere else. We got teleported here, and somehow I am not with them, but we have reinforcements from Silverleaf.
All right. Meanwhile, back into the forest, the several of you are spawned in deep in the woods. Trees flank you as the black ground, the mist wrap around your legs, just like before when you were down there. And Helma says, "Oh, not this shit again." And the dwarves, one of them, the purifier, looks towards you, Khalgrast. He looks like he wants to say something, but then he looks to the battlefield.
Yeah, I
And
get
he holds his
between him and Khalgrast, and I repeat what I said at the end of last session. Well, what are you here for? Go get him!
Right? The huntress, if you remember from the last session, her name was Satine, says, "We will deal with the south front." And the dwarves head that way, along with Alma and Roscoe. Meanwhile, what does the party do?
I cast magic weapon now.
You cast magic weapon now. Go ahead. Do you roll? That is unfortunate. Do you forget the spell? Do you take a -1 to spellcasting? I mean, you always, or do you draw unwanted attention to yourself?
Give me that unwanted attention.
All right. So with that, Voss comes out and says, "Are they gone? This is going to be complicated." And his hands kind of trickle out, and then they kind of gently graze across your gauntlets, and they start to glow in this magical power. But because of that, the light shines a little bit too brightly as this group of shamans, they see you, and more flame flings towards you, Khalgrast.
I too cast magic weapon on myself.
All right, Khalgrast, what do you do? Magic flames are headed towards you right now. What about you? And Morgan, go ahead, do your roll. All right, Morgan, you...
I'm going to endure the flames.
All right, go ahead and endure the flames.
Hey, I want to remind everyone that if you ask me for advice, you get a +1.
Great, Khalgrast, what do you do? Half damage?
I'm gonna pick 3, half damage, +1 forward, and I don't know what to do actually with this forward because I can either damage them or redirect the attack. I don't need to redirect. I can't
No.
redirect
You should
actually.
damage
So
them.
yeah, I'm gonna I guess damage them. So
Okay.
I'll have shadows reach out from the tree line I guess and get them with boss.
Okay, so first they're going to roll their damage against you. These shamans seem a little bit better trained than the ones you've dealt with before, as these spikes mid-flight turn to thousands of dark hands reaching for you that turn into spears. Go ahead and take 8 damage, bypassing your armor. Except you have the shield, right?
No, I don't have the shield. I gave that up.
All right, so you take it damage straight up.
I take half.
Half of that, so 4 damage.
Yeah, aren't I using
So
the
take-
shield now?
Yeah, okay, yeah, Taliesin's using the shield. All right, Khalgrast, you take the 4 damage right into your face, and roll your damage back to the thing.
Man,
You
you
don't-
bet, buddy.
Pardon?
Yeah, I'm rolling it. Hold on.
You said you bet. Mooney says we were probably damsels in distress, and I think they're right.
Yeah, sure. So you rolled a 7 damage against them, and
Yeah, since it's not a weapon, I'm not gonna put magic weapon in there.
yep. Okay,
What did you say?
you guys were the damsels in distress.
What do you do? How
From
do you deal
the-
damage? How do you return damage like this?
Oh, no, you. This is what happens. Khalgrast, the flames pierce into your body, but the trail of magic leaves this little pathway that Voss exits your body and swirls around it, and goes to the shamans and guts them. And that was 7 damage, but they have armor. And you kill 2 of them, but there's 1 left. Right. With that, the party has their moment of surprise as you come swinging out of the forest. Harold says, "I'll stay next to you, Taliesin. Do your thing." And Morgan, Taliesin, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna magic missile at the remaining shaman there.
All right, roll your intelligence. What about you, Morgan? You're
Hey, and I also am
I'm
gonna
gonna
double
take
it.
a +1
for free.
from Taliesin and ask him where would you like me to go.
Hey, you have adventuring gear, right?
Yep.
You should go set fire to those catapults.
Works for me.
And
You don't
as you say
don't
that-
engage them directly. Just go and set them off. That'll draw them away from us and like also take some pressure off the guys in the fort.
All right.
Alright.
And as you see that, like these catapults fling out, and mixed with them the rocks, you see large green vials that smash against the keep. The acid slowly eating away at the rock.
Yep. That's something we want to take care of now.
All right, Morgan, you go ahead and start hitting Seth.
I need to roll my magic missile, or the damage.
We're just gonna fly.
How many
over
d4 is it
that,
again?
though.
It's been so long since I used this. It's 2?
2d4. When you're doing something?
And this hits 2 of the shaman, or however that works.
Two
I'm
groups.
doubling it, yeah.
You're doubling it so you can hit both shaman groups.
For
So the first one, so right away, you do 4 damage to the first shaman group, and he's barely standing. He's about to cast another spell, but you're after being hit by these spikes, he loses a second before throwing it, and your magic missile eviscerates him. And he's dead. Hold on, wait. Hey,
Tilted.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, these 2 elf groups, they are smashed by this army of black knights shrouded in steel. Baldric, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast It Goes to 11 on one of them.
Okay, go ahead. Cast. It goes to use your charisma. All right, which one do you want to hit? Right away, this group is charmed and crashes into this other one. The Black Knights are confused. They don't know what to do. They're hitting each other, and he's gonna roll his damage. Dealing 13 damage to the other group. Wow, what a bit. Caught in the crossfire, you manage to give reprieve to one of the elf forces. They take their bows and arrows and they're firing and aimlessly. They're panicked. They're terrified. One of them turns to you and says, "Where is everyone else?"
They're in the forest to the left. We need to clear a path for them to get out.
Oh,
Nice.
hey, these guys are confused, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna beeline straight for this group.
All right. And
Oh,
just
hey,
on-
look, there's one of them.
Khalgrast, go ahead and be your character. Can you be your character? All right. So
Yes, I can.
just on cue, Baldric, you're about to say they're in the forest. You see Khalgrast just bolts out of the forest, beelining straight for this other shaman group. Wesley falling right behind you. Go ahead and do your attack. All right. So you're going to take damage. Wait, no. Wesley is going to try and help. Drawing their attention, Wesley leaps above you, and wow, he's a fucking god. He's been rolling 10s all the entire time in your party. Alright, still, Claudius, you run out, and one of the shamans is about to punch, but Wesley flanks around from the right side, throwing daggers, just enough time to give you space to do your damage. Roll your damage. Alright, so you hit him right in the face, so you're gonna roll your merciless and your magic weapon. Okay.
13 damage.
14 damage, but reduced by 2. So they have, well, barely any left. Right away, Khalgrast, you come out. One punch pops off one of the shaman's head. Another punch pops off the other shaman's head. There's one left. We'll get to you in a second. Morgan, you're flying down here. You see the eyes of 2 hordes protecting the trebuchets because they're no, they're not catapults. They're trebuchets because it's clearly the superior siege weapon, and trebuchets as well as these ballistas that are loading up and getting ready to fire into the keep. What are you doing?
Shoot fire arrows.
Shoot fire arrows. Okay, so you quickly light. You take some oil and you put it on the ground. Where on position where you want your character to be.
Here-ish.
Oh, wait. So you fly. Do you fly up or do you fly like run from behind?
No, we're flying above that.
All right. So you swoop up into the air. Iridan says, "Oh boy!" And he finally ride on top of him again. This time he has a saddle. He flies straight up, flying in the air, and you have a clear view of these trebuchets because they're the superior siege weapon. Roll your dex.
Yeah.
I gotta know, did Iridan manifest the saddle, or did somebody make the saddle for him, like, in the interview time?
What he totally manifested from the Feywilds, absolutely.
Nice.
Alright, so oh no! Okay.
Wait, +1.
Wait, you
Plus
got
one,
plus
oh yeah,
one.
you're right! +1. All right,
So
so
I mark an
position-
experience.
Amazing. That +1 already paying back the XP.
I don't think you marked XP on that, but
I do.
No. Taliesin marks XP on that. Morgan doesn't. Alright,
That's
so-
why I'm begging all of you to ask me for advice, because I get experience when you do it.
What's the XP?
Please
Yes.
ask your wizard for advice.
Okay, Morgan. Do you take what you can get? Do you lose a volley, or do you lose ammo, or do you put yourself in a position to risk?
Lose ammo. I have plenty.
All right, so you use volley, and go ahead, roll the damage. All right, and magic weapon. All right, which two trebuchets do you want to target?
The middle two.
Middle two? Okay. So, swooping up flanks, soaring high in the sky, you start to volley down arrows onto the trebuchets, and they're now on. It's a good fire symbol.
is it fire? Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's
Right.
fire-ish.
Yeah, they're fiery-ish, and they're currently on fire. Okay, right. Taliesin, you notice the purifiers are getting swarmed by the Black Knights. There's only 5 of them. Almost drawing her best, she turns into a giant narwhal and flings like 2 of them off to the side.
That is not a land animal.
I know it's not a land animal.
I'm gonna cast magic missile at the shaman over there though, to just try to.
This one over here?
Yeah, just that group. Yeah.
That group? Okay, you have a +1 because they were slightly distracted by Sasha.
A plus
Alright,
one, you
so
say?
that's a
So that's a 12,
That's a
which means that
yeah.
I can double it for free again.
Yes.
Hey, Alex.
Do you draw unwanted attention to
No,
yourself?
I don't. I don't have to. If I do a 12 or higher, I just do it.
Oh my god! Okay, go on.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. This time it's 6
Alright,
damage.
it's a 6. Alright, so 6 damage, do you maximize
Two-
it, or do you hit both groups?
That's 2 sets of magic missiles. If
That's
I
2
was
sets, okay,
maximizing it,
so-
I wouldn't roll damage.
That's true. So, 6 damage to both trauma groups?
Yes.
Alright, so, the one at the top, like, there's a bunch of magic missiles that go in. They look they're about to counterspell it, but then Sasha once again whisks through them, causing them to lose their balance as the magic missile slams right into their chests. And the other group too, they get caught out of left field. But seeing that these 2 Black Knights head over to you, I'll resolve that in a second. Baldric, once again, you're on the front lines. These 2 elves, they're trying really hard, but the one set of Black Knights now come too, and they're coming in and crashing into your group of elves. What are you doing?
Can I use commitment?
Yes, you can. They're panicked. They have no idea. And okay, that's a 7. What do you want?
Let's see. So I get 1 hold.
Yes, you got 1 hold.
I'm going to tell them to continue attacking the one on the side, and
Okay.
they're gonna remain relatively unharmed.
Okay, so they're gonna roll their damage. That's oof. Well, they're not really used to fighting these plated armored ghouls, and they're able to do it, and they're able to push them back ever so slightly. And Khalgrast, you notice that these elves are having a tough time. Busty decides to go off to help, but there's one shaman left staring right at you in an incantation, muttering and about to fling more fire at you. What do you do?
Oh, I know. I'm going to hack and slash him.
All right, roll your strength.
Good idea.
Good idea. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, you just fucking killed.
Alright, so no. I take his stupid fire hand,
Yeah.
and I just smash it to his face.
All right. Nice.
Immolate your fucking skull, asshole.
All right, so he takes out the fire and he's about to throw it at your face, and you grab his hand and you put it in a fist and you stuff it in his mouth, like teeth start flying everywhere, and all you see is just a shotgun blast of flame ejecting from the back of his skull.
Hey, did you know that if your mouth is bigger than your hand, you're an orc?
Thank you
That's
for that
the
quip.
fucking deep middle skull
Please.
cuts.
Please quote.
All right. Meanwhile, on the south, Morgan, you flying around. You shot 2. You took out 2 of these trebuchets, and you see a woman standing on the far edge on the walls, notices you and sees you, and you hear her say something. Well, you see her say something, and a huge volley of arrows from like 50 rangers fly up from the keep, flying your direction, giving you some room to maneuver. They don't really hit you, however, but in that time, 2 trebuchets, shunk, 2 ballistas are flying at you. What do you do?
Did they just turn the siege weapons on?
He turned the siege weapons onto the griffin.
I mean,
Yes.
if you hit him, if you hit that griffin's going down.
And I'm going down. We're defying danger.
Defy danger. Okay,
That's
so
a shot that Balstic can make if you really can,
yeah,
I guess.
this is add your cunning. So what's the Griffin's cunning?
1.
1, so you get the +1 to this. Oh, 11! Right. So one ballista flies right past, and Iridan does a quick dive bomb to dodge him. The other one's about to fly right into your chest, but Iridan just fucking grabs it in his mouth like a stick, and bites it in half. It just flops to the ground. You're still in the air. You're fine.
Good.
Caw! Iridan calls aggressively, so loud that Baldric can hear it on the other side of the battlefield. Alright, Morgan, what do you do? Ballistas are firing right at you.
Well, we're gonna target these 2 now.
Alright, roll your dex. Okay, that's a 7. And roll your... What do you do? Do you use your ammo, take what you can get, or...
No, we're just gonna burn the ammo.
Alright, you're gonna burn ammo, so you burn more ammo.
Yep.
You fling it.
Now's the time to do that.
Now is the time to do that. Oh wow! Hey, magic weapon! What is what's Iridan's ferocity?
Iridan's ferocity is 4.
Oh my god, okay. So, Iridan, biting the ballista in half, you fire your volley of arrows, shoot him. You need a little bit more than you need. You're hitting like a bunch of the orcs that are manning the trebuchet, no, the ballista, sorry. And after you're done firing, Iridan says, hold on, I gotta try this. And like the ballista's still in his mouth. He does a quick turnaround and flings the other ballista bolts right at the top one. And you're able to take not 1, not 2, but all 3 of them out in your volley.
I like the image of Iridan going, hold on, watch this, spinning in a circle and letting the ballista bolt go.
Yes, yeah, that's what happens when you're floating in the middle of the air. Alright, so, meanwhile, back at the front, these 2 group of Black Knights, there's about 8 of them. Harold stands in the way and tries to fight them off. What do you do, Taliesin?
Let's see here. Actually, I think I have something I can do. Oh no, I think I'm just gonna aid him, actually.
Alright, you're gonna aid him. Alright, so Harold is right now dueling with like 3 Black Knights, and for a man of his age and his stature, he's doing really well. Let's just say that all the experience fighting fucking werewolves has made him much more effective in what he's fighting. And okay, so how do we do this? He's gonna do like flat 5. He's getting warmed up. Yeah, he's gonna do flat 5 damage. Roll your aid on him real quick.
Just 2d6.
That's a +1, so 2d6 +1. You have a bond of him, +1. Alright, it's a 9. Okay, so how exactly do you want to hit him?
I mean, I'm gonna back him up with the, I almost said the fist metal crack him, the fucking magic missiles.
Alright, so magic missiles fling around him, and Harold is able to push one of them out of the forest, but the other one is still in there, and Harold is gonna take some damage. Alright, so, hold on, 2d10.
Well, now that we got one target, I want to follow that up with some magic missiles.
Alright, now you can roll that real quick, and Harold... Ooh, wait a second. How much health does Harold have? That is 13 damage, and Harold has 13 with 2 armor. They have a pierce of 2, so he has 1 health right now.
Ooh, boy. Let's hope this is good.
Harry's
Hey, I'm
got
gonna
14
maximize this magic missile, so it just deals
You maximize his magic missile? Okay, so you...
no armor
8 damage
reduction.
against which one? The close one or the far one?
Close one.
The close one, because that's the one that he did there. So you're able to take out one of them, and Harold is... So he manages to kill 2 of them on his own, but because of that, there's just too many of them for him to handle. Two of the Black Knights take their spears and they jab it, one into his leg, one straight through his liver, and he's just coughing up blood. But one of them's about to do a coup de grace against them, but your magic missiles slam against the Black Knights, and they're flung back. But Harold is not looking too good right now. Blood streaking down his lips and his liver, but he's standing right in front of you, Taliesin, and he is determined. He is there to protect you. Alright, Baldric over here. Wesley is there with his daggers dueling with these Black Knights. Baldric, you are given some room as these 2 southern Black Knight groups are crashing against your elves. They don't look too hot right now. What do you do, Baldric?
I have a question. Can I see what's going on in the forest with Harold and Taliesin?
You do have a glimmer, yes. You see Harold there coughing up blood. You see that one of the knights were pushed out. They actually are about here now.
You did actually see like a knight come flying out of the woods there.
He's like the residue of a magic missile just fling him out.
So I can see the shape that Harold's in, right?
Yes, you can see the shape that Harold is in.
I'm gonna heal him. I'm gonna double the healing plus damage.
All right, do you draw on one of the attention
Can I
yourself, or
aid
do you have
that,
the effect?
actually, since I'm right here?
Yeah, you can aid that.
I just risk some, like,
I would have to have a 9
don't know what you would
or
aid.
10 or
Okay.
above. Sorry, so don't aid.
Khalgrast is too far, and Wesley's dealing with 2 groups of Black Knights right now. They can't really aid you.
I'll just half the effect so that
Half the
instead
effect?
of 2d8
That's
or
not
instead of
fine for me,
4d8
right?
is 2d8.
All right, so roll your 2d8 for healing. All right, that's a 7. Not bad. Not bad. All right, you close some of the wounds, but he's still not looking too hot.
He has
Blood
the
is-
damage die as well.
He does have the damage die. What's the damage die? 2d4?
It's 44.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it was half.
3d4. 3d4 half.
It's half? Okay, it's rounded up, so I'll just do 2d4 then. Alright, so 2d4. Wait, no. Yeah. Is it 3d4 or 64 that you give?
It was 3d4. I was gonna. I doubled the
Oh,
healing
healing,
song,
okay,
but then
okay.
that got halved back to the original, so it's.
Alright. Okay, now, meanwhile, Wesley is dealing with these 2 groups of Black Knights, and one of them is about to go for a swing against him. He's gonna do. Let's see if he gets out of the way. He does not, and they gash him right across the chest. He takes a healthy.
that's not
10
a healthy
damage.
That's
Yes,
counterintuitive nomenclature there.
yeah, well, you know what? It's healthy for me as the DM. Alright, so he
Oh, yeah,
takes
you need this. This is self-care.
yeah. Alright, this he takes 8 damage. Khalgrast, you just popped the last shaman right in the face. There's another Black Knight swarming in. Now that there's an opening, you see one of the Black Knights going for Baldric. What do you do?
I keep my momentum and crash against these guys right here.
Alright, so roll your. What do you do?
Hacking and slashing and swacking
Alright.
and smacking.
Alright, so from behind, you're gonna get a. +2 to damage because they're flanked right now, but there's one elf in the party. What? Not like you needed it. Not like you needed it.
Bet.
Hey man, I think I'm gonna let them hit me so I can deal an extra d6 of damage.
All right. So the group of knights will do their 2d10 +4. You take a 14. They have a pierce of 2. What's your armor at?
4, so I take 12.
Four. You take 12 damage. So a whole bunch of them, they start to swarm you. In fact, they give enough room for the elves to stand back and aid you with your damage. You're gonna get a plus 2 to this damage. You're just firing arrows while they're trying to deal with you.
That's rather fiddly, but I guess we'll take it.
They're not a well organized. This group
They're
of
not.
elves are panicked. They're
They're
really
not, you're
panicked right
right.
now. All right, so that's 2 damage. Go ahead and roll your
It's a good thing that's the least
Merciless?
of your damage.
magic weapon.
Alex, when he
Doesn't-
says if you kill Harry, they're gonna be mad.
I mean, if Harry dies, Harry dies. I have no remorse.
Them's the rules. Hold on 1 second.
Them's the rules.
All right. Oh, do you want to okay? I'll resolve that in a second then. All right. Meanwhile, Harry is now in the middle of these 2 groups. One Black Knight and one a bunch of these ones are no longer checked. They got damaged, and here it is. Just not really feeling too great right now, but he is trying to hold
I'm
cover
gonna
for.
slap him real heavy on the back and say, "You're fine, man. Just push in."
All right. So he pushes in.
Get in there.
All right. He's gonna roll his loyalty. He pushes in.
Hell
loyal.
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna smack these guys right next to us with magic missiles. These shaman.
All right. Which one? The shamans on the left or the Black Knight group? on
Well,
the right?
I might be getting both of them, but I'm gonna go for the shaman first.
Okay.
Hey, he's back, so you should handle him before I roll that.
Can I kill these? Yep.
Right, so Khalgrast, you come back and you rolling. So the first hit doesn't do too much, but then there's this huge boom of a shockwave as as another fist from your behind comes in from the other side, and you're okay. So they have 16 health, you did 2. All right, you did a nice chunk. You actually killed this group because they were damaged from earlier, and you fling this one back, and these are pushed back, giving you some room. Meanwhile, Westy is going to make his quick attack against this group of guys. Oh, but he gets damaged back. Wesley takes another 13 damage. Oh no.
Oh.
Wesley has 1 health. It's not looking too hot.
Oh no.
Oh no, not Wesley.
No Wesley. And the Black Knights, they are pushing their advantage going for Wesley.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, I forgot.
Did you forget more damage?
Yeah, sorry. There.
Oh, magic weapon.
Okay. Oh yeah, magic weapon, that's fine.
No, that was the D6 I pushed.
Yeah, you did push. This group over here is looking really bloodied, but this one here just got pushed back from the shockwave.
Okay, cool.
All right, and my magic missile now.
Yes, and now you can do your magic missile.
Bet.
Come on, 1d6.
I'm gonna do 2 of them again.
All right, so you're gonna hit which two? The 2 shamans on the left, or the Black Knight and the shaman?
The shaman and the Black Knight. Yeah, we're gonna clean these
All right,
guys out.
the 2 closest ones.
Yeah, the closest shaman
Okay.
to me and the Black Knight that Harry's
Yep,
fighting.
roll your damage.
D4. Bam. They both take 6.
All right, that's 6. All right, so this group immediately dies because Harold gets to add 5 damage to that, so that's 11. So he focuses on the shaman while taking grunting blows from these Black Knights, and the Black Knights they're gonna roll his damage against Harold right now. He has 8 health. Oh man. Oh man. Does Harold die?
Yes.
Okay. All right, this is what happens. Harold pushing his last little breath. He sees the Black Knights, and they're about to go soaring for you, Taliesin, but all their spears hit him right in the thigh, hit him in the chest, hit him in the kidney, and he falls over. And the Black Knights now head over to you. Baldric, you see Harold taking all this damage, and the group of elves are pelting against these ones. What do you do?
So Harold's down, so I can't do anything to help him.
Harold's dead.
No, he's not dead yet, but also we have like healing potions and stuff, don't we? Somebody had like a healing potion, I thought.
Yeah, I have a healing potion. I think
Yeah.
we all have at least one, don't we?
I don't.
Yes.
But everyone else does, yeah. So maybe giving the
Yeah, I
boy
do.
a
I
sip
have a help.
would be a great idea in the near future.
Guys, I think he's dead.
We'll see about that. Just give us a second.
Okay, I'm gonna heal Wesley.
All right, go ahead and roll your healing of the Wesleys. Oh wow. Okay. What do you do?
I'm doubling it too.
All right.
By the way, Alex, did you remember to add the 2d4 to Harold's roll? I don't know if you rolled.
I did not,
Damn it.
but that does do extra damage to the Black Knights. There's only 2 of them going after Tails instead of 4 now.
That's my healing on Wesley, and
Oh, wow.
he gains the 3d4 damage.
Okay, which he will use in a second. Give me one moment here. Let me just double check something. All right. So you heal him back up to full, and you see Wesley, despite still dueling like 3 Black Knights, he climbs on top of one of them, does a dodge, and looks at you and gives you a thumbs up before continuing the fight.
I do a hair flip right back towards him.
There, flip right back. And Morgan and Iridan over here, you're like flying super around, throwing arrows, firing at this horde, and now no, they don't really have anything to do. Like they all try to shoot javelins at you, but like they're way too far to do anything effective. But the group of shamans have been charging up this giant bolts of energy, and they start flinging at you. What do you do?
Shoot the shaman.
Shoot the shaman. Right, roll it.
I don't like their face.
You don't like their face. Okay.
Don't forget about the ballista though. You still need. I mean the trebuchet.
Got-
Still need.
Yeah,
to
we
get
gotta get those last 2. Plus 4, so it's 7. 4.
Also considering those other 2 are
11
XL,
damage.
I get the feeling that they're
11
gonna get
damage.
down soon.
Alright, so, didn't you, like, remove, Fireball for Shadow Thing?
Yeah, we don't have
Yes.
fireball.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's why we've been in Magic Missile Town today.
Alright, so, anyway.
Price of getting here fast.
Yeah. Alright, so, Morgan, you do your shots, and, like, you take 2 shots, no, the 3 shots. 2 of them fling right into the 2 shamans. There's 1 left, but he's able to get his spell off in time, because the bolt of flame, this giant bolt of black energy, is flying towards you, Morgan, and it eats up the last arrow that was meant for him. Now this giant black bolt is about to hit you.
Ah, I see the problem here. I'm going to move away from the problem by defying danger.
All right, defy danger. You get a -1 to this because you took your time to fire at those guys.
Well, that is unfortunate. That is also unfortunate.
That's an experience.
That
Take 1
is
experience, please. All right. First, they only had 1 of them, so they're going to do a lot less damage than they had intended. So 1d8. Wait, no, that's F. +1. Take 7 damage bypassing your armor.
Oh man.
All right.
Just got new armor.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And this bolt of black electricity flies into you, and Iridan, you get shocked into this horrific pain, and Iridan loses control. His wings, one of his right wings, just stops working, goes completely limp, and you flop right into the ground. Let's see, how high were you? I wonder how much damage this is gonna be. Oh, okay.
Eesh.
Take 12 damage. And Iridan skids across the ground, and you're here, alone, and this horde is coming straight for you.
Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can see all of the action.
Alright, with that, Morgan, you're alone in this horde. We come back over to Taliesin. These two groups of Black Knights are crashing against you. And another wave.
Yeah, magic missile.
Oh, wait a second, hold on. I'm gonna do
Hold
this
on,
first
I
real quick.
already know what I'm gonna do here. Don't you worry about me, champ.
Champ.
You draw one attention to yourself. Do you forget the spell, or take a -1 to spellcasting?
I need to do the unwanted attention. I can take a hit right now. We're good.
Yeah.
You got the shield.
You do got the shield.
Yeah, I still
Alright,
got
roll
the
your
shield.
damage.
Where did my chat go? I'm gonna take 5 damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
You get one of them, but the other one managed to. It's about to shoulder tackle you and stab you, just drive the sword right into your chest. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to block it with my shield, I guess.
Alright, you gonna do condom?
Oh, that's probably a terrible idea.
You get okay. So with
I'm gonna
con,
try to
you get-
parry it with my shield.
Hold
Aha.
on, hold on. So like, okay, remember with con, a 7 is still good. You get 1 hold.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay, you gonna parry with your shield and try to like dodge it out of the way?
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna be getting a -1 because he's red in your face right now. You have to think really quick
that's
on your
fine.
feet. Oh, that's a 10! You lucky? So you're about to
Nope.
do a little twirl, and then you remember Baldric's like, fucking Baldric, and you do exactly what he does. And you just twirl out of the way as this Black Knight just completely misses you. Baldric, you see this.
I see this. I give him a thumbs up and a smile.
But I'm also doing it while hiding behind a giant shield.
Yeah, hide behind you now. Wesley, on the other end, is going to take advantage of his moment. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Not very well.
Not very well, apparently. Not very well. Let's see what happens. Alright, so he's gonna try and attack these Black Knights, but they surround him in all 4. He has nowhere to dodge, nowhere to parry. They're gonna do.
No, they don't. I defend Wesley.
Do you defend Wesley? Okay, you're gonna have to push yourself for this one. You got a -1 because he rolled 2 1s, my dude. Alright, that's Nate. What do you do? Redirect?
I deal my damage.
You do your damage? Okay, first they're gonna do this to Wesley. Alright, so it's how many of them are there? There's 4. Okay, I'm gonna take the top 2 from this. Is that actually this much? It's 10 plus 3 plus 4. That is 17 points of damage. He has 2 armor. He's at 0 health.
Oh.
Voss? Or sorry, not Voss. Khalgrast, roll your damage. Oh my god!
Well, they regret it.
They definitely fucking regret it! They are like, Taliesin, this is what happens. You're dealing with this one Black Knight that is like doing ring around the fucking rosy with the tree with you right now. You're pulling up your shield. He's trying to hack and slash you. And this little Black Knights just all of a sudden just like zoom, just snorts right across through the trees. And we go back down to Morgan. This one's about to crash into you.
Hey, time to put
Before
that guard, tough Khalgrast ring to use.
Before they attempt to move it, how much does a healing potion heal for?
I think 10 flat?
And flat.
I believe
10
you're
flat.
correct, yeah.
You can go off the potion before they run up to you.
absolutely going to do that.
All right, Morgan. You see Iridan. His right wing is completely numb. He still can fight with you, but he's grounded right now. So he comes crashing. You both are alone on the other side of the field, and he is willing to die for you. And he comes in screeching against his horde. Two of them come up and just immediately, his maw grips onto their throats and just kills two of them right off the bat. But the horde is still crashing into you. You quickly quaff your potion. What do you do?
Well, we're in a live or die situation, so... Well...
Alright. Morgan. What do you do?
Obviously instantaneous.
An instantaneous? And what weapon do you summon?
Big fucking sword.
You summon the biggest fucking sword that you can think of. And you have a giant sword. Alright. Roll.
Swing.
Alright. You swing. Oh my god. Roll your damage. Plus...
Classic orc.
Classic.
Classic.
That's a 5. That's 9 damage because fucking Iridan's ferocity 4.
4.
Hey,
That
you
is-
should... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Alright. So, Morgan, you had this giant unwieldy blade at first. Doesn't seem too great. You actually fumble the first kill, but with renewed strength and vigor as your tattoos grow so brightly it almost blinds you. You bisect half of the orcs, and then quickly after, the rest of them. In one fell swoop, this entire orc horde is demolished. And then all of a sudden, all you hear is fire, and all these arrows that blood out the sky. And you notice something. A few of them are bright white, like yours. And they flop into... Not flop. Flop is the wrong word.
Arrows
That's the
definitely
wrong-
don't
Arrows
flop. That's
fiery.
definitely not what they do.
Floppy arrows.
Floppy arrows. Alright.
Just flying through the air like that.
no more
I mean, now
please.
arrows are they are floppy in air, but they don't flop onto anything.
So they just shunk into these orcs, and there's still 2 trebuchets there, and they're about to fire. I'll resolve with that in a second. We move back to this side of the field. Alma has managed to push out 2 of these, in fact, deletes 2 of these Black Knights over here, as she turns into a giant whale this time and flops around. Yes, it's not a land animal, but she still turns into a whale. This is what she does. You can see this. She runs. She quickly turns into a seagull, flies up, and then transforms into a giant whale, and literally just belly flops onto them.
No,
and
at least
crushes
that
them.
makes sense. There's a follow. I can follow the logic of that.
Yeah. So it's just the giant shoulder, the ground kind of shakes a little bit. All right. Meanwhile, you're back at we pan back to Baldric. These last 2 are about to crash in. Wesley is down on the ground. Harold is down on the ground. What do you do?
Can I shove a healing potion down Wesley or Harold's throat?
Which
Are
one do
you
you want?
kidding?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
All right. So which one do you want to do?
Oh wait, I didn't hear what you said, Alex.
Who do you want to recover first?
Hey, don't forget that Khalgrast can raise dead now. He has that as a spell.
Wait, does he?
Yeah.
This is true, yeah. No one's really permanently dead until Khalgrast dies.
Okay,
It's
then
just
I'm gonna
What's the
command
cost for doing
the
that
armies.
actually?
It depends.
All right. Baldric, what was that? Sorry, you're speaking over Baldric right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna command the armies.
All right. So there's 2 archers next to you. What do you command them to? Wow. Okay. What do you? Go ahead.
Let's see. They're gonna go after this guy. They're gonna remain unharmed. They're gonna be effective, and it does not take long.
Right, it does not take long. So they're effective, unharmed, does not take long. Okay, so finally, after giving a moment to rally, they see Khalgrast just punching these fucking Black Knights up. You just see bodies fly up into the air, and then they land just a slap. And the archers finally have a moment, and they're able to rally. And they do their attack. That's a 9, and immediately one of the Black Knight groups are destroyed. And Khalgrast, you pan over to you. Wesley is down on the ground next to you, bleeding out, full of his own blood. There's one last Black Knight group. There's 3 of them left, and in a single charge, they all take their spears and they're charging right at you.
Oh, I goad them in and bring them on, man. I'm defending myself.
All right, you goad them in, and it works as they roll your con, dude.
Con
Okay.
rolled.
Con rolls. What do you do?
Half
Okay.
and damage
Okay.
and a +1 forward, if we need it.
All right. The poison mark is +1/4, by the way. It's easy for you guys to see. All right. Well, you're gonna kill them. I can tell you that right now. All right, and they're gonna do their damage to you too. You take 8 damage, pierce 2.
So I take 2 damage. Okay, I can deal
Yeah,
with
take
that.
2. And you just blast them away. Just flopped around.
I mean, I'm this Furion, man.
These guys can't.
Alright.
That's
Okay. Okay, Taliesin, we head over to you. You're still doing run around the rosy with this,
Yeah.
and this group of shamans, they see you, and they're about to throw some fire at you. What do you do?
I like poke the guy in the face with like my shield, and I'm gonna get a magic missile at him.
All right, roll your int.
Yee. Okay.
All right. Draw unwanted attention. Forget the spell. -1 to spellcasting.
Baldric, you're like super close by. Is there any way you can give me a hand?
Baldric can't see this.
No, I'm like,
the
I
archers
thought it
have-
was at the edge of the woods. My mistake.
No, Baldric can see you. That's what I'm saying.
Because it can.
Oh, can. Okay.
Baldric, do you aid Taliesin?
Give me a +1. I can heck these guys up.
You can hack these guys up.
Wow.
Whoops, I forgot the DC.
28. Wait
That's
a
some
second.
good ass. That's some.
Hold on.
That's
That's
some
a
high
good-ass
quality
bot
math.
roll.
That's some high quality math right there. You done added 2.
All right.
Excellent.
Baldric, you see this, and you strike a dissonant chord just in time.
No, I throw Sasha at him because he loved Sasha.
All right, Sasha becomes literally a magic missile along a magic missile. Sasha's like, I want to join too.
Okay, God. All right, well, I'm gonna.
Don't let me do it!
I'm actually gonna double it because I know these guys are almost out.
Yeah.
So let me also hit the shaman behind me.
All right, roll your damage, please.
Oof. I really hope that's enough.
All right. Actually, you did. Interesting.
Son of
Okay.
a bitch.
Okay, so you kill this Black Knight group just in time. Sasha like just pins him down in the leg, and your other magic missile slam into his chest and like just flops over dead. They see flop is a good word for that one. And
Hell yeah.
the shamans, however, you do hit them, but you only kill one of them, and the other 2 shoot this black lightning at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna do the con thing actually. Yeah.
You're gonna do the con thing? Okay, so you
We're
take out
gonna
your
try that
shield,
out.
and you try to brace for impact. Roll for your con.
Where is my character sheet? There it is.
Alright, so you get 1 hold.
Okay. I want to. I haven't taken any damage yet, so I want to deal my damage to them.
Okay, they're gonna do.
Did I just
their
roll my
damage.
regular ass damage?
Yeah, it's your level plus anything else you have.
Yeah, what's your level?
7
You deal
7? Okay, so you
damage
do
plus
7
whatever.
damage back to them.
plus my D4 damage, or
Is it a magic weapon?
no?
He doesn't have magic weapon, it's just
No,
straight,
no.
Okay, they
Straight
just
7
level.
damage.
Okay.
just straight 7 damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's pretty good. Okay, I'll
It's
take
more
it.
than your damage die.
So I don't like hide behind the shield and like fling more magic missiles at him. And,
You take 9 damage by passing armor, reduced by 1 because your shield is magical.
yeah.
So you take.
half and then reduced by armor.
8 damage.
No, he didn't. No, he only got 1
yeah,
hold.
half it. Sorry. Yeah, you didn't have it. My bad.
So he just does 7 damage. So you take 8 damage. So Taliesin, this black lightning hits you. You hide behind the shield. The shield does block some of it, but this is searing pain as your whole body just goes limp and numb for a second. But the magic from your mind, you turn it, you put it into the shield, and you fling it back, killing one of them. But there's one of them still up. All right. Meanwhile, let's see how effective these dwarves are. I'm gonna roll a D percentile here. Yeah, they are pretty effective. Okay, so they are able to kill.
That's a C plus.
That's a, what? Okay, so they're able to kill 2 of the groups, and the shamans are getting pushed back. Meanwhile, Morgan, the magical weapon that disperses from your hand, the giant green katana, greatsword, whatever you summoned. There's still 2 trebuchets. They're about to nod. They're about to loose. You see some of the orcs are like, fire! What do you do?
Shoot the trebuchets.
Shoot the trebuchets? Okay.
Still have a normal bow left.
Right, you take out your normal bow, and you still have your magic weapon still glimmering onto it. Right, you take out your adventurer's gear, and because you were knocked down to your ground, you're gonna have to take another use from your adventuring gear.
You know, that's fine. We got plenty of this.
We got plenty of this. All right,
What it's there for.
that's what it's there for. And you like drop some more oil onto the ground, and you light some arrows, and roll your dex.
Pew pew.
Oh wow, that hits, and roll your damage.
We did it.
All right, that's a 4 plus 4 from Mirrodin. All right, that's a 1. That's altogether 9, just barely enough to break the last 2 trebuchets.
We take those.
All right, so this is what happens, Morgan. You take out your bow and you're firing in 3 of them. You go for the long one and it hits and it sets on fire. Hold on, I gotta be consistent here. Sorry, guys.
They gotta light that on fire.
You gotta light that on fire.
Yeah,
Light that on fire.
The trebuchets aren't dead. That's silly. They can't. die.
That's silly. No, but this one doesn't get light on fire. It gets just completely demolished. Just Irian goes fetch, and it like comes in and like he soars halfway across the sky because he has 1 wing. He crashes into like a bunch of orcs, bites off their heads, takes his talons, gashes another, and just like flails around the trebuchet until it's all broken apart. All right. So meanwhile, finally, we go back over here to where Khalgrast and Baldric are. These 2 archers, they look to you, so what do we do now? And they clearly didn't notice that they're now listening to a short life because of how you're commanding them. There's still 2 groups and a couple shamans left, and they're all invoking some sort of spell, and the Black Knights are still pushing.
I yell at them to target the shamans.
All right, order command. All right, so 10. What do you do?
Nice.
They're unharmed, they're effective, and they don't take long.
All right, now they're gonna roll their damage. 3 plus. They do 9 damage, and they definitely kill the shaman. And some of the arrows splotch over to this group of knights. There's only like 2 of them left. All right, Khalgrast, there's Wesley next to you. They start out next to you.
I cradle gentle Wesley in my arms
Yeah.
and administer a healing potion.
All right, you cradle gentle. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to a roll later. But for now, you're like quickly you try to soap some of his wounds, and you put the healing potion into his throat, and he drinks it, and okay, he's still down though. I'll resolve that later. All right, what do you do now? So you quickly cradle gentle Wesley in your lap. All right, now what do you do?
Oh. I'm going to run him into the forest over here to a safe spot so he doesn't take collateral.
Right, so you bring him over, you find a nice tree, you see Taliesin hiding behind a tree, you know, kind of like shaking and bleeding from like this black electricity that just coursed through his body.
And then I'm going to prepare my body to charge into these guys right here.
Okay, I'll resolve that in a second. Taliesin, you see this as the arrows, you see Baldric just doing the most graceful pointing at executing someone that, you know, Baldric can possibly do, and there's like a bunch of arrows fly across.
Majestic, glimmering, sparkling, pointing. They're sparkles.
Sasha does like the whole, Sasha does the sparkles in the background. Alright, so what do you do?
I cough. Frost elf blood is not supposed to be lightning aspected.
Nope.
I'm gonna throw a magic missile though at the knights that the dwarves are fighting. Yeah.
Alright.
At least now that the threat is off of me.
Yep. Roll for int. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna undraw on one of attention to
Okay.
to maximize.
To maximize it?
that. Yeah.
Do you max the damage or do you hit
Yeah,
both
maximize
groups?
the damage. Yeah.
Alright, so these group of black knights, they come and like a bunch of arrows, magic missiles hit their body and get some bonus damage from the purifier over here, and he takes his hammer and bashes them on the head. They're able to die. And you draw one at attention, but not right now. So anyways, this last group, they see what's happening, and this shaman over here, you notice that there's a portal appearing underneath them, and the Purifier, and Alma, real quick, after dealing with this last fucking group here, Alma runs over and skids across the ground and becomes a giant turtle. And he's like, knocks the shaman onto the ground, giving you an opportunity to hit him. Alright, Khalgrast, you have prepared your body long enough to charge in. There's one set of Black Knights left, but he is next to the Purifier, and there's one knocked down group of shamans.
Grab the shaman.
Got that. I'm going for the shamans.
Yeah, Purifier's got Yeah, what's up, Taliesin?
I'm just yelling at him to grab the shaman.
Alright, Billy.
And what am I doing? I'm gonna help him actually. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, Baldric, you can help him too.
Well, let me see if you need help, I guess, first.
I need one help.
Yeah.
Thank you for help.
I help.
Don't help Rook. Your help can only hurt. Unless you want to, like, buff me.
Yeah, now
If I can buff you before you run in, if Alex
Yeah,
really
yeah,
wants.
yeah. I can do that. That's fine. Feel free to be proactive with that
Oh, give me the healing.
So we'll just say that was the plus damage, which will be plus 64 damage and plus 2 aid.
you're trying to capture him.
shit. Can I capture?
Yeah,
You want me
dude.
to capture them?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's do this. No problem.
Alright, roll your hack and slash, my dude!
That's damage. Oh wait, you already rolled the strength, right?
Oh, okay. Anyways, this is what happens. The Purifier's having some issues with the...
Carry on, Alex.
I need
Yeah.
a moment.
Can I just shoot away and, like,
I need a
fucking
moment.
everybody?
That's so many
dice!
I need a moment.
Oh,
Jesus.
lordy, lordy.
What a twos.
No, but the fact... Okay. 30 damage. This is what happens.
Oh,
Khalgrast,
lordy, lordy.
you come out. Your hand is crackling with this energy, and you slam it into the ground, and the whole ground ruptures as this shockwave pushes everyone back. And it's pushed back, and the Black Knights are just immediately killed, and the shamans.
Boston cases them.
Yeah, Voss encases them using the earth because Voss isn't dumb, and the earth like wraps across their body like and they're just stuck. They can't move. They're incapacitated. Right, and
Are they
Morgan.
like just covered up to their necks and like really hard?
Yeah, hard encased by rock.
Nice.
All right, and with that, we're gonna end this encounter, and the gate opens.
Hold
And
on,
you-
I want to run over to Harold and shove potion down his
Right,
throat.
so use a potion, then you do that, and that'll be accounted for later. Okay.
I'm gonna fix my bird's arm.
Yeah, you can fix your
not
bird's arm.
Wing.
All right, so you take you just tend to it, right? You just take your hand, you kind of cast magic, and the gate opens, and you see that one elf earlier, Morgan, that shot the bright white arrows, has the same tattoos as you. It's quickly inside now. You guys can play.
You know,
I
a
don't
lot
have-
of people have that.
Yeah, let's get Wesley and Harold and run inside.
She has the same tattoos I have. She doesn't have to tell me twice.
I mean, it's powerful
so-
magic, but it is rote. I mean,
Khalgrast, you're gonna get Wesley.
I mean,
Yeah, you pick up Wesley, and you're brought in, and
Harold.
everyone. Okay,
I certainly can't
And
carry
Harold.
anyone.
hold on. I'm assuming everyone's in the thing, and I'm gonna real quick, just clean up this fucking mess of
Yeah, go for
the
it.
north.
oh, we made a mess.
Can we take a
Yeah,
second?
you
Actually,
guys-
I need to run to the bathroom since you're gonna mess with this.
Yeah.
Can somebody, like, patch me up, please?
You're fine, you big baby.
I heal Khalgrast. There.
And somebody should try to arrange us
All right.
in this fucking castle area here.
Hold on. They are bound. They're really bound. They're chained up. Yeah, they're not doing too hot. They're thrown in a dungeon. All right. So, everyone. Yeah. Okay. So, I assume we want to take a break now, or do you want to keep going? Because
I'm gonna keep going. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Kent to come back from the restroom. That's all.
assume he's not pooping, so he should be like 2 seconds.
Okay. Because you're able to tend to Wesley's wound quick enough, he'll be able to do his last breath. Harold is going to be a little bit different. We'll see what happens.
Last breath. Roll a d10.
Yeah. How does death work in this
Roll
game?
you roll a d10 and see if you die, actually.
It's 2d6. It's everything is 2d6.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Right? Because you're able to tend to Wesley, he's going to get a +1 to his 2d6 roll. As well as a +1 because of all the bonds.
No, I'm going to
Harold?
say that you're not supposed to do that, but I'm going to let that slide. Book
I mean-
expressly states that no bonuses at all for
Oh,
the
no bonuses at
last
all?
breath roll.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
it
guess because-
expressly says that.
I guess because you were like see in my mind like because you tended to the Wesley and Harold so quickly.
Hey man, you're the GM, man. You can veto that at any time.
Yeah.
Don't you
Oh,
let
man.
the rule book bully you. I also have
Yeah.
bandages, if that helps.
I mean-
bandage me.
I can
Alright,
bandage you.
so-
yeah.
All right. Does let's see. First off, we're gonna have Wesley make his roll. Should I do this as GM roll? No, I'm gonna do this in front of everyone.
That's
All
cool.
right.
Yeah, because there could be different effects if you
There
read
could be-
the thing.
Yeah, it could be different effects. I know, but I'm kind of thinking because okay, this first one is for Harold, right? Harold coughs up blood on the ground, his whole body mangled from the spears. You try your best to close up the wounds with all the magic, but he is gravely and heavily wounded. All right, he's gonna make his last breath roll. Oh my god!
Hey,
That's a 10.
Holy shit! That's a 10. He survives.
fuck off, death.
That's
All
a 10.
right.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today. And in the last moment, oh, God, that fucking hurt.
Hey, he's not dead.
He comes to and he opens his eyes.
I'm like,
He's gone.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He seems to have gone through a very harrowing experience. He looks around and says, "Oh fuck, I'm still here."
I'm like
Yeah.
sitting at his head, and I'm just like, I kind of rub him like on like the side of his chest, like, hey, guess who's getting hazard pay?
Oh wait, I'm getting paid. Okay, never mind. I'm fine. I'll be fine.
I get a pat
I'll
him,
be
like,
fine.
you're fine. I told
Right,
you you'd be
and tell me-
fine.
For Wesley, does he make his roll?
I was actually worried that he would not be fine there because I told him he would be fine.
That's a 7, guys.
Wesley's okay, but
I didn't make any promises about Wesley. I have no guilt.
Yeah, no
I have
guilt.
no
about
guilt.
it. Uh,
Wesley.
all right, so let me just double check the rules here.
oh, it's
Just-
fun. 7,
Oh, wait,
7 to 9 is fun.
I know 7 to 5 is indeed very fun. Okay. All right, Wesley, his eyes flicker open for a second. And he looks around. And then you notice something. His eyes are pure white. He panics.
Oh.
He panics for a second. His hands moving around left and right. You notice him normally very nonchalant.
Alex,
and
that is just mean.
nonchalant and
Fucked up, dude.
Like he can't talk. He's mute, and now you do that to him with a special book.
Wait, where's this book?
no, he has his book there. He's there. He's like he's patting himself. He's feeling around. Tears start to well up in his eyes, and then they trail down his face. And he wants to speak and he wants to say something, but it just looks left and right. And all he hears is his raspy breath and the sound of people around him.
Can't read his books.
He crawls back, and eventually his back hits to the wall, and he takes his knees, and he puts them in his chest, and he wraps his knees. And just
Okay, so
breathes.
how do we cure his blindness?
All you hear is just raspy breath, and then silence.
Yeah, so it turns out I can bring back people back from the dead, but I can't cure maladies.
And
Not yet.
So he sits there completely catatonic. He knows that you're there, but he's just silent. He's not dead, but I don't know.
Can I lay a hand on Wesley's shoulder?
Yeah, you can totally do what you need to do right now.
Okay, so what can we do to cure his blindness then? It's just mean. I can't live with that.
I mean, you can totally sprout lore if you want.
I should be the one to do that.
Yeah,
Shh,
Dustin,
lore.
totally go ahead and sprout lore.
Actually, I would like to do something different.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to take some notes about, like, I mean, he's got, like, some kind of magical malady already, and that's clearly interacting with him, you know, being on the brink of death, and that does all kinds of, like, weird necrotic aether shit to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll logical for discern realities, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can the boy get a highly logical roll?
You guys are more than welcome to help Taliesin out here.
I mean, if you guys could get me to a plus 12, we could really, like, open this shit wide open, but,
let me
I
ask
don't know if
Voss
there's
what
enough
death
people to do
does.
that.
Yeah, you can ask us what death does. Go ahead, roll your bonds. Everyone roll their bond with Taliesin real quick, if you guys want to help. I think everyone wants to help Wesley right now.
Absolutely.
Oops.
You got a +1 because Voss. Trust me, it works. It works.
Something bad
works.
happens to you, though. Well, okay, well, you're doing it in front of the boy, in front of the
Yeah.
dwarf man, so I guess
Eesh,
that's
never mind.
probably...
Morgan, you try, but like you're just like
I think Morgan's not quite in her right, seeing one of her
No.
friends dying.
I mean, I still need another +1.
Wesley can't help you right now, guys. And Harold is like at
What about the druid?
The druid?
Give me a hand.
Oh yeah, no, Alma. Okay, actually, you're right. Alma does help you. And what does she roll? And Alma knows the key.
Hey,
Right.
Alex!
Yes.
Whenever I discern realities using strict deductions, on a 12+, I get to ask you any 3 questions not limited by the list.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask the questions.
Hey, Alex, what the fuck just happened? Question 1.
Question 1.
Question
What
one.
the fuck just
What
happened?
the fuck just happened?
Sadly, I could probably tell you that.
All right. So.
Yeah, but just give me the skinny on here.
All right. You see, for a moment, you close your eyes and you open, your arcane eye opens, and you see all the people around you. There are those with dim lights, their soul representing their bodies. With Wesley, with Harold, with the one ranger, the one new elf ranger you hadn't introduced yourself. Like, she got everyone in, she's shouting orders right now, but you see her body, a brightly lit flame. You look at yourself. You look at Alma, Morgan, Baldric, Khalgrast. You see bright lights in them. Their souls so bright. And you notice Wesley, very bright still, but there's darkness around it. It's like there's the shape of a hand gripping around his soul. You notice how it interacts with the mana around you. And with Wesley specifically, it seems that he's made a deal. A deal with a certain something, someone maybe, to give him a second chance. And I guess this was part of that deal. With Harold, you notice it is dimmer, but you feel comfortable that it will recover after rest. But there is not that black claw around it.
Yeah.
But around Wesley, there's something there, as if something is gripping his soul. All right, that's the first question.
All right, question number 2 is, what can I do to, like, undo that without killing him?
To undo that without killing him.
Yeah. You can't lie to me, Alex.
No, I know I can't lie to you. I'm trying.
It's in the
Listen,
rule
I'm
book.
thinking here.
It's in the rule book.
Yes, I know. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time. This is, like, actually a really, really difficult thing for your DM to handle, and as far as, like,
I know how to answer this. I just gotta find the words for it.
yeah, well, that's what I mean.
All right, so this is what happens. So one more time, what was exactly the question? How can you undo this?
How can I undo this without killing him?
Without killing him, okay. So you're dealing with the force, a magic of death right now. And as you're kind of talking, you notice, you see over to Khalgrast, and Voss appears out of Khalgrast and walks over to you. No, he knows you're doing this. And he stands next to you. He doesn't seem like his arrogance and, Voss self.
Yeah, like nobody
seems
else
to
can
actually-
see him right now, right? He's just kind of
No one else.
He's in the
Well, I
shadow
mean,
realm, but
Khalgrast
I
can
got my third eye
feel
open.
it, but specifically you, Taliesin, you share this moment with
Right.
him, specifically him. And he says to you, it looks like Wesley had to make a deal. The forces of death, I know you, Taliesin. I know you want to reverse this.
Is this like a common
It's a bond.
thing? Yeah.
No, it's not. I see what you see on a regular basis, Taliesin. Why do you think I chose Khalgrast and not the others that I was with? Khalgrast has a spark. So do you. Sometimes it appears in people. In him. But because of it, they have a moment in death where they meet someone. I don't know him too well personally, and don't tell anyone I said this, but it is a much more powerful creation than I. If you do wish to reverse this, you must have to find a power that is greater than death itself. And unfortunately, there's only one in this realm. The complete opposite of death is life. If you're able to find a location that does have the ability to create life, harness it, you may be able to reverse this. Back in my day, I did study on this, but, well, as you can see, I was trapped in an orb, and now I'm stuck with a smelly dwarf guy over there. Well, good luck, Taliesin. If you're able to do this, you would have been able to do something I wouldn't have done in my lifetime.
Hey, Alex.
And
we
just
still
kind of
got-
like,
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, you still got one more question.
I
You
still
still got one
one
more
more
question. Yep, absolutely.
So, Alex, where can I find something like that?
Where would we find it?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me just bring this over to the world map over here.
Bet.
Bet. All right. Where would you find this?
Zoom out.
There.
In the Oakenheart Wood?
Yes.
Don't we have to go there eventually anyway?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
But, anyways, those are your 3 questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right, did I move you guys to the right one?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
did.
did, okay. That would have been awkward if I moved you to a different one. Oh, man.
A little bit.
So, Harold is no longer dead. But right now, Wesley is going to be completely and entirely catatonic. You guys know why. Hold on. Here, I feel very cruel right now. Here we go. Best status element. Alright, so he's off to the side. Taliesin, you close your third eye and you just stand there, kind of like thinking for a moment. And Khalgrast, you feel Voss's presence come back into you. And then the first thing is first, this elf comes up and introduces herself. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from, but it was much needed. Thank you. I will find a way to repay you after all this is done. My name is Captain Vela Stormwind. I am the leader of the Windwalkers. And you have my thanks. And she does a very graceful elven bow. And you notice a lot of the people around her kind of just look in awe. And you notice that she did something that not a lot of elves would do to outsiders. She does this very elaborate bow. And then her eyes turn and look over to Morgan. You. I saw what she did. It makes sense now. You're a Moonweaver too?
Well, yes.
And Iridan just kind of like walks up to you, kind of nudges, you're a Moonweaver now, and just kind of like nudges you on the side, and looks at you, and just like, come on, you can, you know, a little bit more proud of that stuff. You're doing crazy stuff back there. And go ahead.
She's not looking. Morgan's not looking too hot. Because she
No.
hasn't quite left Wesley's side.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the case. Over here.
Hey, Alex, does Braille exist in your setting?
Yes.
Okay.
If
Okay.
not, you could just make it.
You just fucking make it up yourself.
Yeah, but
And just so you know, Wesley can still hear.
Yeah, I know.
He's mute, not deaf. So, anyways, Morgan, you're over there, and she says, "I'm sorry for your friend, but in which case, what is outsiders and humans doing here, and especially dwarves? And these three people are coming. They're definitely bloodied. They've hurt, and almost just kind of like also next to Wesley, just kind of consoling him. Ross goes in like Wesley's lap, and they're trying their best to comfort him. And then you notice the purifier has not stopped looking at you, Khalgrast, the entire time. Like it's just daggers. And you notice the team very uncomfortably staying away from you. And
I did my best to ignore the purifier. I don't have time for his garbage.
yeah, it's true. You don't have time for his garbage, but it does look like the purifier has told his two companions.
Oh, he runs at the mouth. I know.
Right? So. All right. So, with that, what do you respond to Vela? She has asked, what's your objective? You've come to save us, but what now?"
I
And she
kind
said-
of give her like a plaintive look, like, well, that's kind of a long story.
I understand. That's so. Go ahead.
Where do we start?
And with that, you just hear like like the whole keep shakes in itself as another volley of trebuchets from the far southern side hit the keep, and like everything shakes for a little bit, and then stops.
Taliesin, I think we should go.
Hey, will this keep hold long? I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna go over the structure.
This keep, it's seen better days. It's been under siege for a little bit now, but it's well made. It can hold for about like another day or so, but after that, it's gonna collapse.
Okay, so we've got a second. Okay.
In a moment, as Harold kind of takes out his flask and starts drinking. He's like, "Just do it for the money, do it for Nick, do it for the money, do it for." Then he's gonna like swing off to the side.
I'll entertain you with the details of it later, but right now we should probably come to a decision about what we're going to do with this fort. What was the lady's name, Alex?
Bella, let me type it down.
Stormwind.
Sorrowwind.
Oh, and what was the leader of the village's name? What was her name?
Vithanu. Let me type that down one more time.
Thank you.
Vithanu. It's Elder Vithanu.
Yeah,
To use.
yeah. Well, we were sent here by her to help.
I says, "Oh yes, of course, Vithanu. Finally, my scouts made it back." And then you notice these two elven like they don't look like windwalkers. They look like other scouts from other villages, just completely like standing next to the Baldric. They've all imprinted themselves onto you because their orders have definitely inspired them to do that.
They're like
It's
baby
like
ducks.
They're like baby ducks. Yeah, you have like 20 baby
Oh,
ducks.
how
behind you.
cute.
Yeah,
Look
no. So we
outside
need.
to keep.
Yes, okay.
And this is Sasha right here. So say hi to Sasha, guys.
week.
All right. So so before you leave, Vela says, "This keeps too important to hold. We have a lot of wounded. There's about 1,000 of us left. We're not going to hold. They have about several thousand troops where they are. Do you have an idea against several thousand troops?"
Maybe.
Yeah, you can take a look outside and see the siege force. And
Hey, that guy.
yeah. So, Khalgrast, you stand up and you take a look at them. I'm gonna actually start playing some music now.
Let's zoom out here.
Yes.
Oh
Did
yeah.
I
By
have
the
to
way,
heal? How does healing work? I don't know.
You will have time. Well, you might have some time to rest, but let me
Yeah.
just
Can I
resolve
heal
this. You can start healing people. Yeah, you get to have. You have time. You have time to heal. You get to. I'll tell you what. You have time to tend to 3 wounds. So who do you heal?
I have
That's good.
4. I have 3 uses of bandages, by the way, if anyone needs that or wants.
Oh,
it.
you actually use bandages and you heal a flat health. I think it was 5, I believe.
Well,
No,
what's
it's 7.
everyone's health at right now?
I am missing 18 health.
I'm gonna use one of my bandages then.
Okay, I heal Khalgrast. I don't know if Morgan needs it either.
I'm only missing 9 health.
I'll heal Morgan as well. And
I'm good now. Yeah. You should
someone else
heal
who's injured.
Harold actually.
You might want to
Okay.
heal Harold. He's at 1
I
health
heal
out of
Harold.
14
We
now.
might need him actually.
Okay, Harold gets healed as well. There.
Okay, so just roll a just roll a dice. You don't have to roll charisma at all.
If there's
Is
no
it-
like, danger.
There's no danger. So roll your healing. See ya for those 3 people before I move on to the next part. Wow.
Ah,
Very
sweet
nice.
health.
Very nice.
So damn.
Is that the same for all of them, or do I have to roll it 2 more times?
You roll 2 more times. The first one's Khalgrast, the second one's gonna go to Morgan, and the third one's gonna go to Harold. So Morgan, what?
God.
Jeez. Fucking curse. Okay, anyways.
Tim rolls. All right, I'm fine.
Harold is also fine. You overheal him. He has like a shield on top of him. He has white health right now. So Harold is like, so you're healing, mate. That means one thing. You need me to fight again.
Hazard pay.
Hazard pay?
Okay, well, I've already made one deal already, so might as well make another. I want double pay for this one, and he says,
That is what hazard pay is, correct.
I don't know if we could actually afford that.
Done.
FYI, guys.
"Done."
Okay, apparently
Okay.
it's done.
All right, it's done. All right, 100 coin. Oh, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I get to retire soon. It's gonna be worth it. And in which case, he kind of like looks up to this guy and like claps and prays. Meanwhile, Wesley's just like still completely catatonic. Khalgrast, you come up and you take a look, and it looks like you're trying to discern realities.
Yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll it.
Hell yes. Also change your name.
3 questions for me, please.
Okay, let's see. So I want to know. What here is useful or valuable to me?
All right, then. Khalgrast, you take a look over here. The far side, that was a waterfall. And you take a look at the structure and the integrity of said waterfall. For centuries, this sapphire lake that has river that goes through the keep has been a natural place of defense for the elves from the southern quarter. It's used for natural defense, and not only that, they have like this really large wall that spans the eye. If you were to, say, lodge the waterfall, the elves would not be able to travel south for a while because it'd be flooded.
The orcs, yes.
However, using that would cause the orcs to retreat and have to find another front to attack.
It's good to know. All right.
Yep. Second question.
All right. Second question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, guys? Any input from you guys?
What are the options again? What have you already said?
So I asked what here is useful or valuable to me. So we have what happened here recently, what's about to happen.
Both of which we
No.
already know. I think.
Yeah. So what should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah. By process of
I'd say
elimination,
yeah.
aren't there only 2 more left?
Yeah. Then there's who's really in control and what here is not what it appears to be.
That last one.
So yeah, let's go with what here is not what it appears to be next.
The orcs all stand at attention and ready, waiting. In front of them are groups of Goliaths that normally would have gone berserk by now, but they have just been throwing these rocks and these flasks of green acid poison against the walls.
Ooh.
Green goo. They have been waiting patiently. And now all of a sudden, there's movement, there's rustling. You see the ranks form up. Their non-aggressive, their less aggressive posture become more aggressive as drums of war start to play for them. In fact, that was a great time to play
Oh
this
god,
one.
Kodos.
Yeah, well,
Drums, we're the
yep.
bards to murder.
So hold on.
We're the bards. I'm immediately going to rush and murder.
It's true.
Make sure I buff you before you rush them.
They're all waiting for something. And you notice, of course, the one gentleman who has the different icon is sitting in a chair. And that chair is made of elven bodies.
Oh, good.
There's about 50 of them hauled up, and he's just sitting at the top, his legs crossed, nonchalant. And you notice there are hundreds and hundreds of ears and a necklace around his neck, just cascading down his bare chest. His tusk's massive. Obviously a mohawk, because that's what orcs do. And the axe about twice the size of his body, glowing bright red, pulsing with magic that you can only dream of. Did I answer your question? What he is on the appears to be? Oh yeah, no, what he on the appears to be?
In charge. Yeah.
And who's really in charge?
Yeah, I think you
Is that
answered
your last question?
just then.
Oh no, that's not who's in charge.
Oh boy.
Yeah, who's really in control here?
You notice something, he is also waiting. And he's looking up. He's looking at the sun. It's starting to set now. As a moon starts to rise into the sky.
The moon, you say?
Yes.
The moon, you say?
I'm gonna lean
Yes.
over Khalgrast, actually lean myself over him.
Yeah, Taliesin, like, where's
physically.
Khalgrast? You go up to the ramparts and you take a look out, and like lights start to appear.
Yeah, I put my arms on his shoulders and just lean over him, look out the window he's looking at. Khalgrast, how well can you swim?
Very well.
Which is very strange for a dwarf.
I click my tongue. I look over at Iridan. How is Iridan looking?
Iridan's fine now.
Okay.
He's at full health.
He's at full health.
His wing is fine now. He's already running around. He's playing with Roscoe at the moment. Roscoe is transformed into a giant kitty, and they're kind of like having a moment's reprieve. Every squawk really annoys Baldric.
Yes.
He's a giant child.
Hey,
Yeah.
And see, elves, that griffin over there is actually your enemy, and you are not to trust it.
hey Morgan, do you want to see how far we can push these moon warping powers or whatever you have?
Sure. Just thinking about something.
And
Thinking
I
about
feel
that
like
myself.
I kind of place my palms together in front of my chest. I feel like I need to ask permission before I do this. So I turn to oh, her name's already disappeared from the chat. Oh no.
Vela.
Vela, yeah. Turn to Miss Vela. How upset would you be if I made a minor alteration to the local landscape?
Vela, who has been coordinating and now has brought you up to the war room, letting you rest. And they all seem very tense right now. Vela is joined by another gentleman. Her lieutenant. Sorry, I'll find the name. He introduces himself as Enrin, and he does seem a little bit curt and tense around the outsiders. The dwarves are nowhere to be seen right now. They see that Enrin sits and stands. He's wearing your typical elven leathers, but he has a patch of lieutenants. There's a bright red sword that is pinned to his left shoulder underneath his green cloak, and he looks. He has a nice long hair, braided behind him. He looks with narrow eyes onto the party. What did you have in mind?
Okay, so what I'm thinking is... describe to me again, Alex, the makeup of this waterfall up here, like what's going on.
There's a very large waterfall that goes about 100 to 120 feet high. There are a lot of rocks there, and the water just seems to trickle down ever so elegantly with starlight kind of pouring through. You notice that the way that the rocks are lodged, it's controlling the water as well as it's placed there by an ancient elven race many years ago to cultivate this steady stream of sapphire water flowing down.
Well, to put it bluntly, I just want to clog up your river for a second, and then let it go.
This river has stood for the elven kind for centuries, millennia before your kind was even. And Vela just sticks out her hand and says, Enrin, no, it's not the time.
Well, right, and the river's gonna save your life now. So, I mean, that's just another chapter in the story, right?
The Frost Elf has a point. And you of all the people should know that sometimes the most unorthodox plans will work. And for the first time in the light, because before you were down in like the first floor, there was dim light. You notice something, and Morgan, you immediately notice this too. Vella's not a full elf; she's a half elf.
Well,
Hey, so I'm gonna come down the tower,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask, hey, Taliesin, you seem to be thinking along the same lines am I thinking here, but, so what's your plan with the river?
Okay, so Morgana and I are going to go to the head of this waterfall and figure I shrug. Figure something out.
Whoa. You don't need to figure anything out.
Mhm.
Let me go. I can plug up the river if that's what you're aiming to do.
Art. Okay, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna put a big rock in it. I'm gonna dam it up. That's what you want to do, right?
I mean, I was thinking something a little bit more elegant, but
I mean, I can do it quick.
Taliesin, are you sure we have the time for elegance?
actually, yes. Khalgrast, you said that the general out there, whoever he is, he's waiting on someone. Until the boss shows up, I think we have a little bit of time. I mean, we could just all go, I guess. I look over to Iridan. How big is he now?
Quite large.
Is he a 4-person?
No.
He's not a 4-person. I didn't think so.
No, maximum
Two
maximum
or three.
Maximum 2.
Maximum 2 and not Khalgrast.
I mean, I could just shadow pass us there, but I'm a little hesitant to just use that.
Remember what happened last time?
I mean, that was an edge case. It was the worst case scenario. I mean, honestly, if we wanted to just get there, that would be the best way to do it, but, I mean, Iridan could take a couple of us there. Pretty safely, we would just ride along the northern side of the wall, and it's not like they would have any ability to molest us. So what's it gonna be?
I mean,
Are
we
all-
could distract him while you guys are doing that.
Now, if you've got a plan on that front, then be my guest. I'm pretty much winging it at this point.
By the way, you guys still have those captured shamans. I'm not sure if you guys remember that.
I remember it, but I don't know what to do with them.
Mhm.
That
Yeah, we don't
works,
have
right?
anything
Like
to
proper
do with
proper works.
That works, yeah.
I mean, you can try to get information out of the shaman, but I don't know what he was trying to summon up something, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, I'll leave that to you. So how many people can ride on Iridan?
2.
2? Can Sasha come?
That's up to Baldric.
If you want to take Sasha with you, I will allow this.
I mean, to probably be some help.
Yeah, I mean, Sasha will more than willing to go.
Alright, I'm gonna stuff him under my arm.
He's here. He's there. He says he squeezed underneath you.
Yep. And hold
Next.
tight.
Just let me cast Arcane Art on you before you go.
Yep, we can totally do that.
Do I need to roll for it?
I'm gonna say yes for this one.
Okay.
Wow.
It works. I'm telling you right, it works. Don't worry about it. It works. What do you do on him?
Plus damage and plus anyone that assists. It'll be a +2 if someone assists him.
Yep, okay. So, let me mark that on your character. Oh, wait, no, you can't mark that on your character because you're a drawing. Never mind. Just remember that.
Actually, hey, Kent,
Mm-hmm.
I can double one of the effects. Would it help if I maybe doubled the plus assist, so instead of +2?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll double that
yes.
effect.
So that's a +4.
So it's
yeah,
plus
that is
4.
a massive help.
It is indeed a massive help.
I guess it
guaranteed to
actually
succeed,
technically
actually.
is a massive help.
It is. It's guaranteed to succeed.
God
So,
damn it.
it's, Right. Okay, anyways, moving on. What next?
I mean, all right, so we're gonna settle up and get going unless anybody else has any last minute like.
Yeah, Alex, I'm gonna follow them.
That's fine. You can totally run across these
What about Amma?
Yeah, the ramparts.
Amma could come with us as well, because she can, like, fly.
Oh, I mean, I could try to turn myself into a giant condor. One of you guys can ride on me. Hopefully not the dwarf.
No, I mean, you turn
It's too
into a
heavy.
seagull. I mean, I'm not asking you to carry anybody.
Oh, you just want me to come? Okay, I guess that works. So you want Alma to go with you guys?
If she wants to turn into a condor, I'm not gonna, like, stop her.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Finally, one of the dwarfs show up, and the dwarf, the captain, comes in. He's very serious look on his face. And he says, "Do we have a plan?"
Basically.
For the most part, yes.
I have something
Let's
that's
use the
very much
river.
like a plan.
My men will help. We have promised this, and we will hold true to our agreement. Under one condition. We stay with him, and they look over to Khalgrast.
Alright, so I'm, like, saddling up on Iriden and said, like, yeah, have fun with that, Khalgrast.
Great, it's just like back home.
And so we get going.
Alright, so you can get. So, okay, so, how long do you guys want to keep going for?
I mean, I'm good to keep going.
I'm good.
That can go for a little while longer.
Morgan? Okay. Is an hour okay?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, set your buddies, set who you want to go with. We'll go into the next part after a 10-minute break, after we determine what we're going to do.
Here, I'll, like, can we get, like, well, I guess we can't, like, control everybody. Then we could, like,
Hold on,
set-
let me just, real quick, free hands. It's like, okay, yeah, just move where you want to go. So, Khalgrast is going on the bridge, therefore the 3 dwarves are going to go on the bridge.
Griffins are up here, let's say. We're about to fly
Yeah.
off.
Okay, so Griffin, Morgan.
Should we
Alma.
hold up in the keep until the river's flooded, and then once it's flooded, we can charge out?
Yeah, Harold is probably gonna stay with Baldric.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
So-
this would be a time when everyone should ask me advice, actually, before we go. This would be
I
a
already
really
did
good idea.
that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It though.
Oh, right, well, what I want you to do, okay. Alright, Khalgrast, I want you to interrogate our prisoners for a little bit, just find out what they're trying to do, and, like, whatever you can. Baldric, I want you shoring up, like, all of these defenses. They're probably going to start attacking at some point, and I can't guarantee that we can get everything going in time. After you interrogate the prisoner, though, if you want to, like, come to back us up, that would probably be a good idea. We could also honestly use the other dwarf's magic.
That works.
But I think that does cover everybody.
Okay, let's stick around and interrogate the prisoner.
Yeah, and Morgan,
Okay,
I want Morgan thinking happy thoughts. You're going to be doing a lot of moon magic here in a second.
Happy thoughts. Although I don't know how much my emotional state affects the moon magic.
No, you need happy thoughts to do fairy magic. That's science.
That's science.
Hard science.
Yeah, that's well documented. You know how hard it is to be a fairy with depression?
All right. Is that
Alright.
is that
I'll
what
write that one down.
is that what we're doing now?
Yes.
I
Alright,
think
we're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Short up. Good. Now
10-minute
all
break,
of you
guys.
act on this and give me delicious experience. Your boy needs another level up. Alright, Mooney's in the chat. Literally a fairy with depression. Shit.
How much time do you have left on the break?
I don't take breaks.
Oh, you don't take breaks, you're too badass.
And I don't have time to take that. Actually,
All right, come back.
welcome back.
Thank you. You know, I didn't expect both Harold and Wesley to quote unquote die, but man, am I happy that they did.
We aren't.
I'm happy about every event in this game.
It's so fun, isn't it?
I mean, it's just been
That
dragged
was
out
just
to
too
tension.
mean.
I mean,
You guys would just you guys would understand if you ran games.
okay, so,
Good innocent players fail.
Second.
yeah. Morgan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good to go. A few minutes pass. Wait, no, hold on, I gotta wait for that. Okay.
I got a question. So would like here and here be thing, there we go. There be safe from the water when it rushes?
You guys are in an elevated position. When the water rushes, you should be fine if you're in the keep or on the ramparts.
Okay, but the area where I pinged would be safe, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I want to post both of the archer groups on those locations.
You trust me, you're gonna be getting a lot more.
Okay.
Okay, Alex. I'm going out
Yes.
to zoom level 100.
Yep.
If you will do a shift ping on anything you want me to look at, I can like babysit it and get good framing and shit.
We're
I
gonna
just-
have here for the start.
Hold on, let me move away and make sure that the shift ping
Yep.
has worked so you don't need to like reset or something. So try and
Mhm.
jerk me. Please try and jerk me,
Oh.
Alex.
Did it work?
You're gonna have to try harder than that. No, you should refresh.
Is it shift or control?
It's shift.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, good.
Alright. Fucking goddamn it. Alright. So, with that, you might want to zoom out to see the entire battlefield. But
By the way, Melty, it wasn't
what I'm
Alex
saying
or I
is-
that time.
What?
You missed Kent moaning.
Alex, what I'm
Amazing.
saying is, if we want to see it in detail, I can zoom out a little bit more, but like, if we want to actually show people details, I'm gonna have to be this zoomed in. So just whenever something is happening on a field of battle, just give us a little jerk, and I will do the rest.
I will indeed give you guys a little jerk. Thank you. Alright, so, what is it that you want to say to this, like, fucking muted, grappled, everything, shaman in the basement right now in the dungeon?
Say,
Oh,
dude, I'm gonna let Voss do my talking. For me.
oh, okay, alright, so, what exactly are you trying to do? Like, Voss is trying to get, like, an idea.
Dude, he's gonna just mind fuck this guy.
Alright,
Stick your tendrils in there, Moss. See what this guy knows.
okay, can you make a wisdom check, please?
Man, I sure can. I can act on it with a +1 too.
It's true. Oh, okay, it's a 9. Alright, so you get to, I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing only. Okay, go ahead and get that one experience, Taliesin.
Nice.
Just jerk you guys over here. Alright.
It didn't happen, by
So-
the way. You got a shift click.
Oh. Yeah, I did.
There you go.
Okay. So, the orc looks at you, Khalgrast, and he's like, and like flailing around while bound. And Voss, his head sticks out. He turns his head left, returns his head right to make sure no one's around. And you know, deep down, he knew he's omnipotent in a sense around you. He just does it for good measure. A long leg appears from your chest and walks right up to this. Excellent. It appears that I need to prod his mind. Khalgrast, this is gonna be very gruesome. I know you have a weak stomach.
I do not.
Did I say that? And a bunch of his fingers, like without moving, his hands become tendrils that go in and go inside of his head. And his eyes, once green with magic, now turn black, then blink yellow, then blink red, completely under Voss's control. And Voss unmutes him by taking out the cloth around his mouth. Well, you have one question. What's the question?
Yep, what was he trying to summon?
Oh, he wasn't trying to summon anything. He was just trying to portal out to back where the army was. Oh, wait. They're waiting for her. Who's her? Oh, well, okay. Interesting. Well, apparently they're waiting for someone. Only one person, apparently. Oh, who would have thought?
Her. That's, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go communicate with everybody that these guys can apparently portal places.
Yes, indeed. Well, if that's the case, I'm done here, right?
Yes.
And the head explodes.
Oh, is that all?
I told you guys it was rote magic, and any sufficiently powerful wizard could do that spell.
So, when are you gonna do it?
Not the head exploding.
Head
thing, the teleporting
explosion.
thing.
And teleporting out.
Oh,
Like opening
yes.
up portals is a thing that powerful wizards can just do. It's not too amazing.
Yeah, but anyways, they were setting up a portal. In Khalgrast, you head back and you head over to the three dwarves, and one of them, the captain, if you remember his name was Mugar.
Yeah, okay, I remember that guy.
Yeah, move.
Once this is done, we need to talk.
You can talk all you want, but you should have stayed in the Iron Mountains.
And he grips his axe. He's poised to strike, but he doesn't. There are more pressing matters, and they kind of get ready for the throne of battle. All right, Baldric, you have 2 sets of squads of elves for you, and a whole bunch of other ones are like, why is this human commanding them? But Avella quickly shuts them up and says, You have a problem with his leadership. You do with me.
Fair
We
play.
lost. We lost a lot of our sergeants and a lot of our lieutenants. He is a capable commander from what I've heard from the elves. And they've like been giving you glowing recommendations and reviews for like the last hour. Right?
I mean,
Harold says-
literally, we're like this Prince Charming that appeared out of nowhere,
Literally,
like,
just
out
landed
of
next
thin
to them.
air, and just like, ta-da! I'm here to lead you to victory.
And that is pretty much how it happened.
Nice.
In Baldric's mind, and when he tells the tale, it will be exactly
absolutely.
that.
It's kind of
Absolutely.
literal, though.
It's not actually too far from the truth this time.
This time.
We have 1,000 Windwalkers able to fight. We will man the southern walls. I assume you and your allies will man the north walls. I can spare 200 men.
And nod, say yes.
There are 400 killed in the initial meeting. They're currently being held in the basement. They're going to be buried. If you can save their bodies, then I appreciate that. Next, we have 200 injured. Is there any way you can tend to their wounds?
Do I have time to tend to some of them, Alex?
You do have time to tend to some of them. And there's 200 gravely wounded, she continues. I'm not sure if we can save them.
I want to tend to the gravely wounded.
You want
Does
to tend to the
Baldric
gravely
just like
wounded?
sit in the middle of the hospital that they have set up and just like play a nice song for all of them?
Literally, that's what it
Yes,
does.
that's what I want to do.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see. There's 400 that you want to cure. Alright. I'm gonna have you roll your charisma. Holy shit.
Yeet.
Yeet.
What? That's 2 6s.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
All right, Alec,
Can you roll a D100, please?
roll 100.
Alright. 25% plus 15, that is 40% of them. You're able to make fighting form. And because you rolled 2 6s, I'll say that the rest of them are no longer gravely injured, and the injured ones are able to fight. That sounds fair, right?
Yeah.
40% of 400 real quick, guys, is 140, I think?
Math boy, help. Help Mathman.
Math?
Mathman?
Yeah.
160, please.
160, okay.
Thank
Alright, 160 are able to fight. That's actually pretty good. Much better than I thought, because you fucking rolled 2 6s. Anyways, gonna do this real quick. So, 100, 200, 300. I probably should have done this during the break. 500,
Yeah, it's
600,
fine.
okay, so
We're still like doing setup here, so that's I think that's
600,
valid.
700, 800. Okay, that's their southern forces. And they're able to help you out here. Alright. Where do you want to command from, Baldric?
These boys do we have?
I'll command from like right around here. Hi guys.
Hi!
Hi
Along
Khalgrast.
the whole
Boy,
wall,
it's
huh?
tense in here.
Boy, it's tense in here, I love
Well,
it!
I never thought I'd be glad to see Baldric.
By the way, nice job out there. Just
You too.
make sure that I buff you before you go out.
What? I can't believe the words coming out of my mouth.
Alright, Baldric, you can go ahead and buff him. And with that, we will start... Oh my god, Baldric, you're rolling like a god right now.
Yeah, so, you know, 64 damage, plus 2 if anyone assists you.
All the orcs start to move forward, one by one. They're coming closer. Their Kodo dragons behind them. The thrums of war start to beat. You see down down here. That works, right? Ken?
Yep. I'll let you know
Oh,
if it doesn't. Just
yeah.
keep it on.
The trebuchets and the ballistas start to load. The orc commander over here stands up, cracks his neck, takes out the axe, as large and like almost twice the size of his body, and next to him are 7 elves lined up. In one fell swoop, their heads roll onto the ground. And he roars, and the horns start to blow. And all at once, the trebuchets and the ballistas fly. Alright.
Hey Alex, how far along are the rest of us? Me and Morgan, I mean.
Yeah, where are we at?
Alright, so you guys can start flying. Did you guys start to fly earlier?
Hey, I mean, we
before all this-
left. No. We left whenever Khalgrast was doing the interrogations. Like we.
Okay!
We left
Alright.
right then. So like we beat
You
it
right then.
now,
Okay, so
right?
you're there. Okay, so you're all the way over here.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, the people inside the keep,
Oh, that's great.
everything starts to shake as all the rocks and all the trebuchets fling and hit at the same time. Yeah, rocks start to fall. No one dies.
Hey Alex, don't move me for
Yeah.
anything inside the keep. I got a really good view of everything right now.
Okay, you got a really good view of everything? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the fighting has started. What do you guys do?
Well,
Okay,
Ari-
so how far away are the Kodos?
They're too far for a volley right now.
They're really far, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I'm going to leap down from. Actually, first of all, I'm going to summon hold from Voss.
Okay. All right. Around the other doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your wisdom.
Aid me, please. Give me that sweet aid. I mean,
Okay.
I just get one hold. Now I get 3 hold. Okay.
Now you get 3 holds, and you notice you start to play the tune for Voss, and Voss comes up behind you, and the 3 dwarves, they slink back, and they see their eyes wide as the purifier is like, oh, I knew it. And hello, boys
Just give him a little
and
wink.
girl.
I wave
And
to boss.
the boss, and then that because of that, the dwarves look at you too, and their eyes narrow, and that's your complication there. I'll resolve them later. Okay. All right. With that, what do you do, Khalgrast?
I'm going to leap from the tower and slam into the ground.
Where?
I want to land right in the middle of these guys.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, these guys.
Okay.
'Cause I need to cause a distraction for these
Those
fine
guys.
folk right here.
All right. Without a second thought, waves and waves of arrows, volleys start to fly into these hordes of orcs, pushing forward. Khalgrast, it sounds like you want to defy danger into the middle of all of them.
Yep.
Using your constitution.
Yeah, I can still work actually.
Because you're literally jumping like 1,000 feet.
Let me
It's
mess
your
with
body.
this board. Let's try.
Okay, I'll take the 7.
You take the what?
I rolled a 7.
Alright, so this is what happens. You land straight in the middle of all these guys, and go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, okay.
Roll your damage.
What damage, by the way?
Basic damage.
My actual damage.
Just your basic damage, you don't get any of the modifiers for this one. Just your basic damage for me. It's 5 damage. Alright, so you do 3 damage, reduced by half, and then you land, and Voss kind of like lands with you, and his grin, as his whole body floats behind you, and he's laughing this sinister laugh, and he's like, oh, I'm about to have so much fun. And these orcs, they start to swarm. First, the berserker takes out his axe and swings at you. What do you do?
Can I order the archers to assist Khalgrast?
Yes, you can. Roll your charisma.
Yeah, I'm gonna defend Alex.
Okay. All right. What do you do for the archers? As the-
They remain unharmed, they're
Yep.
effective, and they don't take a long time. But I tell them to assist Khalgrast and shoot the hordes around him.
Okay. All right. So, all right, off to a great start.
Oh,
Nice.
These trebuchets, they lean and they turn, and rocks start to be flung towards the party, or not the party, the wall. But the archers wait for your call. They lean down. Baldric, you see these trebuchets? They hit the wall, and you go fire, and all these archers start to fly, and these arrows start to fly, and there's a lot of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do 11 damage to the hordes around Khalgrast. And Khalgrast, go ahead and what do you do?
I'm going to-
Before that, I also turn to the dwarfs and say, aren't you gonna go follow Khalgrast?
Yeah, they're about to. They're dumbfounded right now because Khalgrast just fucking left 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but-
used to hold the leap.
But
So
let
I'm
Baldric
going
chain
to,
them a little bit.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to half the damage to me. I'm going
Yes.
to damage them, and I'm going to give the next action against them a +1.
Okay. Alright. To the Berserker.
No,
Hits
damage
you.
time.
Oh, man. That's 16 damage to you with a
Okay.
pierce of 1.
Alright, so that's 5 damage. Okay, I'll do
Right.
that.
It slams into you, and like Voss holds it, and you still take some shockwave of force against the berserker, but you deal your damage against it. Roll your damage. He has 20 health with 2 armor. Oh my god. Okay, so he has
All those ones.
That's a lot of ones.
that is a lot of ones. He has 2 health left. As you like counter punch him right in the face, he loses like his left arm, but his right arm still has the axe. I'll resolve that later. Meanwhile, on the south side, let's see how well they're doing. 3 percentile, my dudes. It's a 52. It's a 50-50. Okay. The ballistas and the arrows start to fly against as all these orcs crash against the water. And they all seem to be appearing to have these giant boards that they're carrying on their shoulders. And they place it onto the water and they're charging across, ready to climb. Half their forces are eliminated, but they have made it to the wall. All right, the people up at the north. You land on the waterfall, starlight and the cool, gentle sapphire water, completely juxtaposing the bloody battlefield below. What do you guys do?
I hear the distant sound of a bass guitar. Is that surfing orcs?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Right. Taliesin, what do you do?
I'm gonna give him a real good wave to ride on in a second. Okay, so what does this area like actually look like here? Describe it to me, Alex.
All right, so it's about 4 feet deep. There's a rush of water that goes around, and there's a bunch of rocks that are around this side over here.
Mhm.
They seem like if you push them, it can lodge away, and the water can flow in that direction. It's pretty deep, but everyone except Alma can stand in it. Alma's too short. She's about like 4.5 feet.
Right.
But
Well,
the water's
it's like
about-
chest height for me. I mean,
Yeah, chest height for you, and chest
Actually,
height for
4
Morgan
feet.
as well.
That's like way high up on my chest.
Yeah, but she's a druid of the water, so.
That is true. That is true. Right?
You just turn into
So,
a
Alma can
fucking
swim,
porpoise or something.
but there's a very strong current over here, so that's something to take a note of.
Okay, so the preliminary plan is I'm gonna like we're flying pretty low, right?
Yeah, you're flying.
Because I'm
through. You
not
actually land-
going to get out into the water.
Okay, you don't get into the water. You're on the
I'm
the rocks next to it.
I thought I was gonna be riding on Iriden still, but that's fine too. I'll
Oh,
just get
oh
off
okay,
in
you
the
can
dark.
you can still run near it. That's fine.
Actually, if there are like rocks to stand on, I'm gonna hop off, and I'm gonna
Yeah, you hop off.
We might as well.
I'm gonna reach into my pack and grab a cup. It's
Yep.
just my little tin mug, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna scoop up some of this water. I'm gonna pass it to Morgan. All right. Like I said,
Alright.
happy thoughts and bottoms up. And I'm gonna take out a piece of chalk and I'm gonna start drawing like a ritual circle in this area. On this rock, I
Bottoms up.
guess.
Hey,
I'm gonna
you
say I
know-
found a nice big flat one.
Yeah, you found a nice big. Hey, you know your ritual spellcasting thing?
Yeah.
Morgan becomes your ritual spellcast.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Morgan.
She's
you
my
take
place
a
of
swig.
power.
Yeah, Morgan is literally your place of
That's
power.
the idea.
Yeah, Morgan, you drink the water, and you think happy thoughts. I need you to roll a Constitution for me, please.
Oh boy.
At a +1 because you're taking Taliesin's advice. Holy shit, you rolls! Okay, moving on.
Woo!
Oh, and I can experience.
Yes, you do. And Morgan, the water enters you. Nothing really happens, and then you go for another cup into the water, and the water leaps onto your arms and grabs you, and you get pulled in.
Is that normal? Did I expect that to
That's
happen?
normal. You expected this to happen. The
It's
water
fine.
envelops
It's fine.
around-
You can still breathe. Just deep
envelops
breaths.
her like a bubble, and the whole lake starts to glow. And
Allow
Iriden
us
is
to
like,
hear me.
"Whoa, that's so cool! Can I eat it?"
Morgan can still like breathe. I mean, I imagine she
Yeah,
can breathe
Morgan
in this
can
water.
breathe.
So yeah, okay. Like just fine. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. You're fine. You're fine. You're
Alright,
fine.
Morgan, you're fine. And Alma says, "You want to clog the dam, yeah?"
Yeah, I was gonna leave that to her. I'm just funneling power into Morgan right now.
Right. Oh, Alma can help. She stands over here, and she turns to a giant whale to clog part of the water.
Yeah.
I know. Make it this big.
So,
much now.
nice. So I'm just gonna like yell this out to Morgan, hoping that she can hear me underwater. Now, I think we've seen some like moonlight barriers with this stuff, so you could just make a wall. You could probably just gather up all of the water in one big mass if you wanted. Wait a minute. Hey, I want you to try gathering up all of the water. I want you to try gathering up all of the water just right to you. Just get as much of it as you can. Like I don't know.
Do you want me to roll anything for that? Cause
well, I mean, this is the advice.
Taliesin-
This is what I'm telling you to do. I'm
All right, Morgan. You don't. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll another con for me, please, to see how well you can bend the starlight and moonlight around you. Okay. I will resolve that in a second. Moving back to Khalgrast right now from the front lines. You're now in the middle of like about 600 orcs, man. What do you do?
Hold on, did you say you got a +1 to that?
Plus one's what?
Never mind. Because I was thinking, you know, Sasha's with, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sasha-
Sasha's definitely helping, but that make it a
we'll
6,
get
not
back
a
to
7.
there. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I could also aid, but again, we can get back to that. It sounds like something bad.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. But the dwarves, they don't jump down. They climb down. They swim across the river as best as they can to help you out. Oh, you got a death wish, says one of them.
Since I started my journey.
And Khalgrast, what do you do?
Alright, I'm going to,
Let me heal you first, Khalgrast.
All right, Baldric, you can roll your arcane arts.
Play for me, Baldric.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fine.
You get 3d4 damage. Because I doubled the healing.
Don't double the healing. Double the
Sure.
damage.
You're okay.
Oh my god, yeah, like I got hurt 5. I'm fine.
I thought you got hurt for more than that.
No, I have the damage.
Oh,
Remember I was defending?
Yeah. So you can make that into the damage roll. So you heal to 8 health instead of the 14, but that still makes him capped anyway, so it's not a big deal.
yeah.
Hey, so the moon is shining, right?
The moon is shining, yes.
And Voss is like... Voss does things with shadows, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Voss, I'm gonna channel Voss, and I want him
Yes.
to pull all the orcs to me.
Yes.
In the vicinity.
Okay.
Just all around me.
Yep. Alright.
And
Voss says...
And I'm just going to go carnage on them.
Oh, this is so much fun! And Voss becomes the ground. The one once the black shadow that was for the orcs quickly turn and switch to one of Voss. His shadows, his tendrils spreading so far as his huge tower of himself sprouts on your back, and you see this grin. You see the moon and his head appearing in front of the moon. It says, "You're in my domain now," and all of these orcs are pulled into your carnage as they get swallowed up. As the 3 dwarf friends are like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?" They're trying their best to hit the orcs. You're gonna get some damage boost, but
I'm going to eat them.
you're going to eat all of them. That's gonna be so that's 1 hold for gathering them all together. That's 1 more hold for eating all of them.
Oh no, I mean with my fists. I'm not. Voss is not going to eat them.
But to hit all of them, you need to spend your last hold.
Oh, then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Roll your hack and slash for me, please. Roll your damage for me, please.
Oh no, 1 damage. Whatever is he going to do?
Roll everything else.
roll everything else.
Okay.
Hey, 19 damage again.
I need you to describe how you kill about 500 orcs in 7 seconds.
500 orcs in 7 seconds. Go. Okay.
Yes.
So I will just let's
That's
see.
7
So
seconds.
they're all spinning into me. Okay.
Blender.
So I will take the big one right there. Does the big one get in?
Yeah, the big one's in for sure.
Come on, big guy. All right. So I'm going to start just by spraying the orcs with the big one, and they're spinning around me. I assume in some kind of
Vortex,
ridiculous
yeah.
carnage.
Yes.
Does anyone remember the shark machine thing from James and the Giant Peach
Yes.
Yes.
with the teeth? The endless
So then I would
spiral of
just
teeth.
start throwing orcs at other orcs. And this is sort of a chain reaction where they ping pong against each other with the force of the vortex going on.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Voss is just like impaling him with spikes while you're doing this. He's just laughing, having a fun time. Khalgrast, you're a genius. This is like shooting fish in a barrel.
You
Not
ever
like you
have
know
your
that.
dwarf become a Beyblade?
Oh,
I am the Beyblade now.
Okay.
And then when they're done, I guess they'll just we'll just explode the vortex and they'll just bodies everywhere.
So, Baldric, you're just playing, and also this giant vortex of Voss at the very top. You see his head peering out, laughing maniacally. How do I describe this?
like
Jesus.
Chernobog just fucking cackling over the volcano.
I mean, it's like a tornado, and he's out of the middle. He's out of the center of the vortex. The eye just like laughing and just kind of like.
God, he
You've
is
heard
terrible
of
to behold.
Dwarfnado. Now,
You-
let me. You've heard of Sharknado. Now I give you Dwarfnado.
I mean, the tendrils are basically like sewing these orcs like
More of a
together,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just
they're-
flinging them.
And this one gets flung to the wall, and like somebody else like, ah! And like they take out the short sword, they stab it, and they realize it's been dead for a while now. And these two dwarves just like they have nothing to say. They just look at you in like a plethora of disgust, terrified, and impressed.
Yeah, I look at them and tell them to get the drummers.
And they start to run after the drummers. Okay, we'll resolve that in a second. Baldric, you see this. You notice another wave of orcs are crashing in as more from the far side start to appear. Another wave of ballistas and trebuchets fling into the walls. I'm gonna do a D100 to see how many elves are dead. 46%. Oh man.
I tell them to target
Well, I'm not there.
yeah, those guys.
Okay. Alright, so roll charisma. Alright, you get one hold.
They're effective.
They're effective. Okay, so some of them are going to have to make some rolls here. Right, they're very effective in doing that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do, wow, 13 points of damage. They actually managed to fell a couple of the hordes along the way. Move them to the side. But the Berserker makes it up to here. But then as he comes to the gate, Harold is standing there and delivers the killing blow because
I was about to say the tiger's there too, but okay.
yeah, the Roscoe's there
Harold's
too.
fine.
I'm accounting for that damage as well. Because they did 13 damage, Harold does 5, and the Tiger does 4. So that's 24 damage altogether. And that's just enough to kill the fucking Berserker. But, Baldric, can you roll a D100 for me, please? Ooh, that's not good. Okay. So that's 65. Actually, I should do it the other way around. Yeah, so about 35% of the elves are either incapacitated or killed as more rocks fly into the walls. All right. Meanwhile, back up to here, almost just like they're just a giant fucking whale clogging up the water. Morgan, you rolled a 5 earlier. Did you mark a failure for? Wait, no, not yet. Taliesin, are you helping Morgan?
Yeah, I think we
Or-
should help rather than.
What
Alright.
about
or
this
let the fail happen.
Moonlight, though?
No, I'm accounting for it. Trust me.
Okay.
Taliesin, roll your bond.
Yeah, we're gonna try to help. Also, Amma should be able to help because she's helping Morgan gather
Yes.
up the water by clogging up the water.
Indeed, and Alma does help.
Yikes.
Okay, I should roll for Sasha as well, right?
Yes, roll for Sasha as well. And it also helps. That is a 7.
I don't help though. Do you get
Okay, you
experience
don't
for
help.
failing to help, or like I know that 'cause
No.
we started doing things a lot more how we're supposed to, so I just don't know.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Don't
Actually,
mark for failed bonds, I don't think.
you don't mark for failed bonds. Yes.
Okay.
So with that, you're able to. Morgan, you lose control for a second, but the water starts to gather for a moment. The water has definitely welled to this point. What do you guys do?
All right. Well, I'm gonna just.
So am I gonna redirect this?
Yeah,
or
hold
am I
on. I'm gonna continue to advise Morgan here. All right. So just you got it all gathered up. Keep going. Just bring it higher, like make a big column out of it.
So you make the big column, no problem.
Making big column.
So you have a giant column of water around you, Morgan. It's getting really high to the point that there are certain the elves start to notice it. It's about 100 feet high now of just pure water.
All right, where am I depositing this?
All right, meld yourself with the water. You are the water. Give it arms.
Oh, we went different plan.
Yeah, I had a realization about halfway through. Like, wait, no, this is a way better idea.
Avatar! It's Avatar!
This is use. All right. Okay, I thought you were going with something different, but I like this one.
Okay. Roll Constitution, please, at a -1.
Okay.
I'm
Countered
aiming.
by Taliesin's 1.
Oh yeah, but the
Thank-
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does
and
this count?
Taliesin-
I don't know how fast you're
That's
gonna let me like advise people in
that's
chain
a
experience.
10.
I'm gonna say
or,
only
like,
once a session, okay?
once a session for
once-
each person.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
For each
actually a good
person.
idea, yeah.
That
Once a session
seems
for each
fair.
person.
Can I give them the
Alright.
bonus multiple times though?
You can still give him the bonus multiple
Okay.
times, but you can only get the XP bonus
That sounds fair.
once a session.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I could really just like
Yeah, it's too much of a farm.
Yeah. All right. So Morgan, you
Yes.
I am the water.
All right, good job, Morgan. You're
Alright.
doing fine, sweetie. Good job. Keep going.
almost says, "Oh, this is so much fun! Can you throw me? Do it! Do it! Throw me!"
Throw the whale. Throw the whale.
Throw the whale. Should I roll my dex for
Yeah, you roll your
that?
dex. You roll your dex for this.
It's throwing.
So Morgan has become this giant water elemental. Dead center is this bright, brilliant light. Baldric, you see this? Everyone sees this. As Morgan becomes one, as this giant water elemental climbs up, filled with starlight, and you throw. Where do you want to throw Alma?
Yeah, they're the whale.
Oh man, sure would be really unfortunate for
Oh, those guys.
all these guys playing drums to just meet an unfortunate accident.
No, you're not. You're not throwing the whale. You're bowling the whale.
Yes.
You're going bowling.
Very nice.
So Alma's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever!" And she just flies across this whale, becoming 4 times the size, rolling across. Not only the code, I'm gonna delete this because it's just funny. Like the ballista, the other ballista, the other Kodo, this ballista, just all the way down into the center.
Hey, I want Baldric to appreciate the moment that remember the story that Baldric made up about us with the original thing with the crypt and shit?
Yes.
I've actually made a giant avatar of something now.
Very nice. It came true.
It came true. I mean, I did it with help, but
You still did it.
All
By the
right.
way, Alex, what was Roscoe's reaction to that?
Roscoe is like, after killing the berserker with Harold, he's just slack-jawed right now. It's
and look, I didn't even have to blow up any rocks. See, that's what I was afraid of, is like marring the landscape. That would have been a crime.
Roscoe just like completely like just like slack-jawed right now, and Harold is like, that's the first time I've seen that, and I'm gonna just stand right here. It's just so. Anyways, all right. With that, the next phase begins. Khalgrast, you are down here. The dwarves have gone to deal with the Kodo as well as the shamans. What are you doing?
Can I arcane art you first?
I mean, I'm gonna move to intercept right here, so that's
Yep.
fine.
Harold
gonna-
sees you. Absolutely.
Hey,
Yeah.
Baldric, move the. Order your troops. Your troops, yeah.
Yeah.
To help those guys over there.
Southern front.
Yeah. The
Okay.
north is kind of
Yeah, the north just seems to be secured because you just see this fucking giant Morgan avatar over there.
Okay,
Does it
so
look like
I shouldn't
vaguely-
arcane art you, but I should order the troops instead.
Yeah, actually,
That'd
that's a
be a
good idea.
Yeah. Like, does it kind of vaguely look like Morgan? After
It
a
does
little
fade
while
to
at
look like
least.
Morgan, yeah. Yeah.
It slowly, like, maybe gets more form.
Yeah, it totally does.
Okay, then I command the troops to attack.
Yep. So you get 3 hold. What are the
these
3 holds?
They are effective, unharmed, and they don't take long to do that.
Alright, so now they draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 11 points of damage. So as these orcs are climbing up, you notice the very far edge. I'm not going to move the camera because you have a very good angle right now, Kent.
Yeah, I'm good.
The Vela has taken out has formed a giant cannon of Moonlight of her own. You can see this, Morgan, because you're so fucking tall now. And fires the cannon as well. As the archers hail arrow after arrow after arrow, and because of your commanding of the troops and your ability to direct them glamorously, you've taken out 2 hordes, as well as you could have.
Hey, what happens to the hordes on the boards, like, as the water dries up? Because there's not any more water coming in for them.
Oh yeah, actually, it's a good point.
It's all pouring into Morgan, and she's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, she's getting bigger and bigger.
Oh no, I regret that phrasing, because this is the internet.
And now they're starting to swarm across.
Huge.
Somebody's
All right.
GTS, I mean, somebody's really enjoying this, I guess.
Alright, and then all of a sudden, Khalgrast, a giant flaming axe, is 3 feet from your face. What do you do?
Wait, who's doing what at me?
There is a giant flaming axe 3 feet from your face.
What?
Yes.
But how?
Hey,
Orc.
I'm going to, I want to catch it.
You want to catch it? Go ahead. That is a dexterity based. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that's dex because you're trying to catch it with your hands.
Hey! Hey, this is gonna hurt.
Yes, this is definitely going to hurt. $12 plus 4, 16 with Pierce 3.
Okay, 15 damage. That ain't too bad.
15 damage.
Could be white.
And then the... Sorry?
Yeah.
You take 15 points of damage as this giant axe, you're trying about to catch it, but it like slams into your chest. Boss, too slow to react. All of a sudden, the axe exits your chest and gets flung back as this giant long tendril of flame comes back to him. As now he's charging at you.
Oh my god, it's my buddy.
Ah! And he jumps up, and along with these 2 berserkers, are going to slam into you. What do you do?
Oh, I'm going to defend.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Roll defense.
Hey,
Okay.
+1. Haha. Fools. I just
Alright.
said reality. +1. I'm halving the damage. Fuck off.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It's a fair point. What's your half of the damage?
Yeah, I'm halving the damage.
He has these 2, this great axe. He jumps up. It's flaming, filled with rage and black lightning and red flames. Hits you again with the help of his 2 berserker bugs.
Hey, Baldric, remember when you wanted to heal me?
I would love to heal you.
All right. Taking up. Oh, fuck.
It's okay. Hold on.
We still living out here.
We're probably not dead.
Yeah, but that's 26.
Okay.
28 points of damage.
Okay. Pierce what? Pierce 3?
Pierce 3, yes.
Okay. Yeah, heal me.
Yeah, help me.
All right. You're at 1 health. You're at 1 health. You're at 1 health right now. So all this happens at the same time. Baldric, you're able to create a healing song just enough time for Khalgrast to take this giant fucking axe to the face.
Ow.
Ow. What else do you give me?
Plus damage.
Okay.
You have to damage, didn't you?
Yeah, I have the damage.
You were at 1 health.
You would have goddamn murdered me.
I mean, you can't really say that Alex is not trying to kill us at every turn. You really can't say that
Or
he's not.
specifically me.
Well, it's because you're the one who's taking the hit. Like, yeah, I'm the asshole who's sitting around with a rock with a piece of chocolate. I'm not gonna take any axe to the face. I'm a fucking moron.
All right. Okay. Anyways, okay, so we'll resolve that in a second. We're back up into Avatar Morgan as well as Taliesin and Iridan. And Taliesin, what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Okay, well, I think she's got it from here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna mount up on Iridan, actually.
Okay. And where do you guys go?
I just grab like his shoulders and I say, yeah.
Iridan just like looks at you, narrows his eyes.
Listen, I know you can understand me, you goddamn bird. I just can't speak to you. Work with me, man.
And Iridan looks up to Morgan and says, "You know, you're lucky you're big." And he just flies. Where do you want to fly?
Oh goodness, I don't know. Hell. I wanna take a good look at the Illidan. No, that's not.
We're
what
in WoW
this
now,
is.
guys.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Iridan to fly me near the catapults or trebuchets, and I wanna take a look at their ammunition and see if there's like anything I could do with it. I want to spout more about it.
Okay, go ahead.
See if it's also combustible.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, and I rolled a 12.
You notice that they are being mixed with certain combustible flasks that are acidic, and if introduced to a very violent reagent, can explode.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they're very well stocked right now. Meanwhile, you just see Alma like a giant like crabs flailing around.
Okay, so like if I'm understanding, it's like Jesus Christ. If I'm understanding correctly, then so there is like a basically they're loading in 2 pieces of ammunition into each trebuchet. There's like a
Yes.
The actual thing, and then an activator, and then once they crack
Yes.
against the wall, they get all super
Yes.
combusted.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How is the ammunition being stored next to each other?
Yes.
Of course it is. I mean, I guess magic missile's gonna have to do. It's the best I got.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna start like I'm gonna direct Iridan to fly me low, close to those crates where
And you're
they're
gonna do
storing
just
their
the fucking
ammunition.
Apache helicopter
Yeah,
magic missile.
I'm just gonna try to break as much of the stuff. I'll just see maybe if I can get it mixed up. I can start a reaction.
Yep, roll your cast.
Yeah, I guess I just cast here.
Oh my
Okay, I'm gonna should I? Alex, what makes more sense here? Do I double it and hit both of the containers, or do I maximize it to hit the whole thing really hard? I don't know how you're...
Either way, it's gonna have the same result.
I mean, I do the damn thing without any penalty. Just tell me what happens.
Okay. So, with that, a bunch of magic missiles fly from your fingertips as Iridan just soars down like a flyby shooting. There's a bunch of missiles flying into these things, and one by one, they just explode into flame.
Hell yeah.
Right? Okay, Morgan, what are you doing? You're a giant avatar right now.
I'm large.
It's a hard
Ow.
statement. You're about 150 foot tall right
Wait,
now.
can I say it now?
Say what? Oh. What? Okay, Morgan, anyways, you're about
Never mind.
this size right now.
Oh, good. Is that all?
Is that all? What do you do?
Fuck 'em up.
I can still make things out of this one. Of course I can.
Yeah, it would be the same as using your other skill. It's just made out of
Yes, it
giant...
would be,
yeah.
except you're fucking massive.
Yeah, dude.
So he's got those under control.
Yep. Oh, it's so funny just to see over the screen.
I want to take out the rest of this group here.
Okay.
Wait, what? What is happening? What is that?
That's
Oh,
a giant
you're
watery
correct.
Morgan stomping across the
Giant
battlefield.
Morgan.
get this axe out of my chest real quick. See what that is.
So, I mean, I guess you can forget about the swimming thing. We dealt with it in a different manner.
You don't need to swim anymore.
It's okay,
I
I'm
am
swimming
the
in my
water.
own blood over here. It's fine.
All
I
right,
mean, do you
Doan?
want me to? Do you want me to move on top of them?
Yeah, that's
Or
fine.
you
What do you,
want me
exactly what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
You gotta do what you want to do.
I mean,
I mean, honestly, I have them handled, actually.
you should actually take care of the stuff that's attacking the castle. If you wanted,
Yeah.
I could actually fly over to Morgan and give her that advice.
I mean, there's this group in the back over here as well.
Seriously, like, isolate the big dudes. Like, I can handle the big dudes for a while as long as Baldric keeps helping me.
Works
we
for
need to
me.
make sure the castle doesn't fall.
All right.
If you guys got that, I can just go on by.
Normally, Morgan, I'd have you make the defy danger, but considering, yeah,
What
go
danger?
ahead.
What danger?
Don't you think that Morgan should be rolling for how many orcs she kills as she like stomps through the battlefield? I mean, that seems like a
Excuse
more
me.
reasonable roll.
please.
I can do that.
I mean, it's incidental.
It's incidental, but like, let's flavor the shit.
Yeah. So 83 orcs just get stomped on as this Morgan just walks across the field's giant avatar.
If I can drown.
Yeah,
Move,
seriously.
Please. Move, please.
Morgan, what do you
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me,
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I just like the
I'm
idea of
sorry.
Morgan trying to be polite about it.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, it's like, no, you're not big. You're inside the big watery Morgan. It just like, so you're yelling and you're muffled by water.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to make a weapon to swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Constitution then.
Yeah, another constitution.
Like a big hammer.
All right.
Alright, what is it gonna be?
Well, it's of course it's gonna be instantaneous. We're gonna
Yep.
make another giant sword.
Okay. Roll
And-
your damage.
We're just gonna.
God. Oh, well, I mean,
Well,
Classic Morgan.
classic.
I mean, there's gonna be like some disgusting modifier on
still
all of
have
this
this.
because you're
no,
huge.
it's just a disgusting modifier because you just end up, like, what I'm gonna say is you use a lot of your water. You're not as big, but
Smaller now.
smaller now. As just all of this stuff is just, how do I fucking do this? Jesus, like, hold on.
I mean, she just takes the big sword and like sweeps it and like cuts all the
That's the
trebuchets right in
plan.
half.
Dakota, fucking, okay.
And like
Alright.
the sword breaks whenever like that's the losing the water, right? So it like breaks along.
Yeah, the sword breaks and you become smaller as these hordes are gonna come right after you. But
If you guys are thinking it's too hard, we have like a reference of Susano.
yeah, seriously,
Damn.
just Susano. Alright. The orc chieftain is before you. He takes the axe and goes for another swing. What do you do, Khalgrast?
Right into my trap.
Right into my trap. Baldric, what are you doing?
I
You're up on the
defend
hill.
myself.
You're up on the thing. You notice like all these orcs are coming across.
I defended myself.
Hitting me right in the face, you fool! You've fallen right into my trap.
You fall right
You
into
triggered
trap.
my
I
trap.
can't
card.
believe you tried
Yeah.
to punch me, you stupid idiot moron.
Alright, Baldric, you notice the trebuchets and the ballistas fire again. This time where you are. What do you do?
Oh,
What do you think I do?
Alright, roll.
classic Baldric. Classic Baldric.
Never
Okay,
take this.
let's go.
Oh,
Lamp
he's so
Baldric.
angry.
Every time!
Stop aiming for his hair.
Baldric, you just like twist your hair and do a flip, and a ballista flings right next to you, and like it sticks into the stone. I mean, like you lose your footing for a second, but not a single hair was touched.
Well, I would say your hair is probably covered with like soot and tiny bits of gravel.
No, it's beautiful and still sparkling.
Oh yeah, but like your scalp is gonna need some work.
I mean, yeah, I'll probably have to, you know.
The shampoo, but anyways.
Shampoo.
Oh,
conditioner.
well, listen, if you want to talk about like you know, real like rough agent on your scalp, like it should do wonders. Nothing like gravel.
All right, so Baldric, what do? You have a command.
I command them to attack.
All right, roll your charisma. Okay, what is one thing you want them to do?
They're unharmed.
Okay, so they're gonna roll slightly less damage. 1d8.
Hey, actually, could I make an argument that Baldric or Khalgrast should be able to aid?
Yeah, Khalgrast can
Baldric?
aid.
Well, because since Khalgrast is like getting in the mix, like with the
Yeah.
boy, shouldn't that be inspiring the troops?
Well,
Yeah.
I also have a hold from Khan, so I can give the +1 to Baldric. So that
Oh.
works actually mechanically. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
even better. So no chance of failure.
No chance of failure.
That just makes sense
That's a
then.
2d8 then.
So then I can choose 3 things.
Yeah, choose 3 things.
So then, I guess the usual of unharmed,
good ones.
ineffective,
And quick.
You might want to revisit
Right.
those if there's always going to be the 3 that you want to pick, unless it's supposed to be like that.
Well, the other one is +1 forward to an ally, which is a good one, but the only one down here is Khalgrast.
It's
I
very
see.
similar to other mechanical things, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
So these archers, like, they fling and they fire into the hordes, and the berserker finally
music's
makes it
not
into
for
the
me.
wall. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's not.
Okay, you did.
Um,
Okay, you did that. All right.
Yeah, in Khalgrast, he fell into your trap. What do you do?
Oh, I murder him. I'm going to actually deal my damage,
You
half
just
the damage he
fell
does to
for
me,
the
and
Okay.
I've already used the +1 forward.
Yep.
Don't
And-
forget you have the 3Ds. Was it
Oh,
6?
oh yeah, I haven't forgotten that. That's my trap.
You take 20, 21, 25 damage, reduced by half.
Okay.
Pierce 3, I believe I said it was, yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. I take that much damage, so I have 3 health left now.
I'll heal you after this.
I know you will, Baldric.
I know you will, Baldric. Okay, roll your damage, please.
Now then. Oh yeah, I don't actually need that card.
It's eerily quiet without the music. Okay, 20. Okay. Do you
Yeah,
specifically
20
hit?
damage.
That's why I have music playing
Yeah.
24/7 in my games because it just doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't feel
No, I
right
know.
over
But there's a
the
reason for
internet.
that.
Oh no, I
There-
mean it
there's a reason.
works. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you hit the berserkers or do you hit the guy, right?
I'm gonna hit the guy. Yeah, I'm gonna like he hits me, and I'm like, haha, you fell into my trap, and I break his arm.
And then you, okay, you do break his arm, but he has 30 health.
I mean, yeah, he has another arm.
Yeah, he
don't
has
worry.
another arm, and like he's like,
This
and you
guy's
see
just a
him-
dark version of me.
you see him alive and grinning and smiling, and then you notice the party looks up. It is dead midnight.
Hey,
You hear a screech so far in the distance. It appears all of a sudden a wyvern soars in, black as the night.
hey, can someone do something about that?
Can I shoot that?
You, give me a second. You can totally shoot that.
Oh, you're still bigger than
But-
her.
Yeah, definitely. But hold on, where's the fucking piece? There we go. She flies in. Light appears on purple tattoos on her arm as a giant bow appears as she's soaring and flying in the air. She takes out her hand, puts it on the string that appears, and fires what appears to be a giant purple bolt of pure energy straight to you, Morgan. What do you do?
I'm gonna defend against that.
I'm gonna aid
Okay.
actually. Well, I'll aid if you need it, but
So now you're over here.
yeah, I'm flying over.
All right.
Oh yeah, you.
Can
that
I
wouldn't
aid,
actually help.
please?
Unless somebody else can also help.
Or am I able to help as well?
I'm a.
Well,
I'm gonna
Sasha
say-
is still with
Yeah, Sasha, you're right. Sasha's still
Oh
with
no,
them.
yeah, Sasha's still
Roll your
here.
bonds.
Oh my god!
All right.
All right, we're like riding up there, and I'm like flinging a magic missile at the
At
bolt.
her. All right.
At
this
the
is what
bolt, at the
happens,
bolt,
Mor-
actually, to deflect
At
it.
the
I'm
bolt.
trying to
Okay, you
defend.
fly. You fling at the bolt. Morgan, you have 3 things. What do you do?
Redirect, half damage, and
Well, you're
don't
already
need
taking the
redirect,
damage. You
you're
don't need
being
to
attacked.
react. Yeah.
Half the damage. And then
+1
what else?
forward is the only other option.
+1
that I-
forward. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
just +1 forward.
+1 forward and half the damage. Okay.
Yep.
All right. $12, 21 divided by 2 is 11. It does not have pierce. So reduced by your armor.
So reduced by armor. Oh yeah.
This giant purple arrow ballista bolt flies into your chest, hitting you, And it says, "Oh, it seems I am just right on time. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Wrath, you deal with the whatever that is." And Taliesin, because you rolled a 7, all of a sudden the wyvern turns its mouth and stares over to you, and a flame of purple shoots towards you. What do you do?
Cry.
Hey,
Cry.
you're already Iridan,
Could he,
right?
could he
Yeah.
counter it with a Kamehameha? I mean, magic missile.
Oh, by the way, roll your damage, Morgan.
Oh yeah.
Because you get to do that. So it's your level. What's your level?
So my level is 6.
So you do 6 damage to him. You don't have magic weapon active right now because it fell off during the last phase.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yep. So you do 6 damage to this mysterious elf who is clad in black with black and purple energy revolving around her arm with the same tattoos that you do.
Oh, of
Painted.
course they're the same one.
Hey, so I'm going
So-
to take take Sasha in one hand, the elven staff in the other, and I'm going to just try to erect a barrier to block this fucking word. The
Yeah.
fire.
The flame. Great.
Is that still con?
That is still con, yes.
Damn, I was hoping the staff might help me out there.
Oh no.
Okay, but I can get help from.
Yeah, Morgan, you
People.
help?
Yeah.
I mean, Taliesin's right at Iridan, so there you go.
Yeah.
Aid with Iridan.
Yeah.
Aid with Iridan, so roll your bonds, Morgan.
Wouldn't he also get part of his cunning as well?
No, because that only affects you.
That, yep.
Yep.
Did it not roll?
No, I didn't roll.
Oh, it did not.
Actually, you probably should have
That-
Baldric help me
Okay.
in case something like that happens.
Okay, so Baldric, you're able to help just enough,
Mother-
Taliesin.
Bruh.
But you don't get fucking deleted.
I
But you're
wish I had
flung.
said- I wish I had said
You're
that
flung
earlier.
clean off. Iridan's back.
I am.
But you're flung clean off Iridan's back. Because you tried to oh no, this is defend.
Yeah,
Never
this is
mind.
defend,
You didn't do
dude.
a defy danger. My
No,
bad.
I wasn't
Sorry.
defying danger.
Yeah, you're right.
No. If I would have done that with intelligence because I was.
That's
doing
true.
The
That is
thing,
true.
I
But
am-
yeah, roll
I
your
am
con, please.
constitutioning. Yeah, so I want
Yep.
to just reduce the damage by half. That gets me up
Okay.
to 7.
Yep.
So we're just gonna like we're just gonna take
the
it.
Khalgrast method of not dying.
Khalgrast of not dying. Yeah, exactly. That is 7 points of damage, bypassing armor, except you have the shield.
Right. So that is that.
7
is that a half
damage.
that? Or is that after half
Yes, you have that. Round it up, so it's 4. 4 points of damage.
of? Minus 1 for the shield. Okay.
Yes, so 3 altogether. 3 altogether. Excellent.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome.
so you take 3 points of damage. You're able, but unfortunately, Iridan took the brunt of the blow. As Iridan turns his belly up towards the flame, taking it clean across the chest. As he skids and lands on the ground, landing just enough for Taliesin not to get injured, but you're rolled off down here. Next to these 3 shamans.
Yeah, I'm gonna magic missile. Let's go. Let's. All right, I'm ready.
But
For
I'll
this.
get to that in a second. Meanwhile, Baldric, you see this giant flame crushing
I'm healing
against
Khalgrast.
Baldric, panicking. Oh my god, your rolls!
Oh, please give it to me.
16 health
Yeah,
back.
that's
huh?
enough.
Alright.
And the 3d4 damage.
Yes, 3d4 damage. Now, the Berserkers and the Chieftain has seen through your ploys, and they take a step back. And this time, he spins his axe around, and a giant wave of magma shoots through the ground towards you, Khalgrast. What do you do?
Oh, this fool. He thinks he's seen through me.
Yeah, he thinks he's seen through you.
I can do the same
Alright,
thing. but
I'm
better.
going to defend.
Roll your con, dude. What are the 3 things you do with your con?
Hey, bud, I'm gonna get a +1.
Yeah, get him.
I'm gonna have the damage.
Right, half the damage.
And I'm gonna redirect the damage in a very cool way.
Alright. Roll your damage, please, and tell me how you do it. That is 25 again. 25 damage, pierce 3.
Just 3d4 for the extra, Baldric?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, how do you kill him?
Alright, so he does the bullshit magma thing, right?
Yes.
Well, magma, I defend, and magma gets on my gauntlets.
Yes.
Ooh.
I shake my gauntlets
Negative.
off in his direction, spilling the magma onto him.
Okay.
His chest cavity just melts, and he implodes upon himself.
Okay, so this is what happens. Alright. So, you dealt, I think, 16 points of damage. Okay. So the magma hits you against your gauntlets. You manage to reduce it with Voss's shielding. You're clinging onto life. But with one last effort, you fling the magma back, like you throw the rock of magma, and it looks like he's about to defend. But Baldric, the magic of your playing, spins around this hurling ball as it turns white hot and forms into a spear that shoots through his hands, his axe, his chest. Now there's this gaping hole. And then Voss, merrily just surfs upon the spear into his body. And then he implodes. Inside of Voss.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh yeah, Voss noms him, doesn't he?
Your boss noms him. And it's delicious. Alright. Now, Morgan, you're now dealing with this elf chick who's riding on this wyvern, flinging these bolts of purple lightning against you, and Taliesin, you're on the ground with these shamans about to fling fireballs at you. What do you guys do?
I'm backing him up with the magic missile.
Alright. Roll your ints, and Morgan, what do you do?
Back at it again with the Krispy Kreme.
I'm gonna swat that thing out of the sky.
Aid the Taliesin.
Yeah, aid me so that I don't have to take a penalty.
Alright.
You want Sasha to...
Yeah,
Oh,
Sasha can help.
No.
No,
Sorry.
Morgan's
there we go.
fine.
Oh no, okay, Morgan's definitely fine. Iriden is again grounded. Both his wings are like completely numb, but just fucking tackles one of them.
So,
Okay, well then
since
now
he's
I'm
the
going
one-
to this is all one group, right? Or
These
kind of
are
multiple?
3 separate groups.
They're
Yes.
separate
Okay.
groups.
All right, well I'm gonna hit 2 of them then.
Okay.
Since Iriden's the one that dealt with that,
Yep.
can I still swing at this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Iriden helps you. It's your bond. Now Morgan, you can still swing at this.
Oh, good. I'm gonna swat a fly out of the sky.
All right. Yeah, your hand turns into a fly swatter made of light. Or is that what you're trying to do? Like summon a weapon for that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your con. Okay, is it instant?
Absolutely.
Okay, now what next? You use your dex and swat them out of the sky.
Swat out of the sky.
Alright, so with that, do you take some damage? No, you have to take damage back actually. Alright, so your hand becomes a giant fly swatter and you smash. Roll your damage, please. Well,
Classic.
I'm so sorry, Morgan.
Classic.
I'm so
Morgan.
sorry, Morgan. Iriden does actually fly up and help too. After tackling, runs up, and against this wyvern about 4 times his size, Iriden's like, "Oh hell no!" and like tackles him, and then with your help, smacks them to the ground. But as they're falling, she quickly summons a spear of purple energy and throws it at you.
Hit me.
So 10 plus 3. That is 12 points of damage. No pierce.
We're still living.
How? Oh man. All right.
5.
5 health.
5.
Alma, with her efforts, has cleared the way. However, there's this one last set of trebuchets start to move closer and fling. Baldric, you still have some men at your disposal. What do you do?
Well, right now I think I need to heal the big giant Morgan.
Yes. Well, okay, roll your charisma. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Just keep rolling 6s. I'm not upset at that. All right, Morgan.
not.
How much health are you down, Melty?
5 out of 24.
Yeah, we need a big heal. There we go.
Okay.
And a 3d4 damage.
3d4.
And we're back.
We're back. All right, Khalgrast. This chieftain, his axe is now on the ground. You're over here. You're now flanked by 2 berserkers. What do you do?
Harry, back me up.
All right, Harry's backing you up.
This is bad. Oh! Hold person.
Cast it.
Right, that's a spell.
Help!
That was a spell.
This is where Wesley would help us.
Would I be able
Well,
to?
Yeah, I can help.
Yeah.
I can help. Wow.
God damn, I'm really glad you did that. I forget the spell.
You forget the spell, but you hold this person over here. He is bound right now.
Yep.
He's currently bound. And Harold,
Very healing.
and Harold jumps up and straight up kills him. Since he's bound.
Oh. Yeah, Harold, I want you to take that other guy on.
Alright, you take the other guy on. Meanwhile, another volley of trebuchets fire as arrows fly against them. Let's see what happens. First, roll a 1d. This is for the elves. 7. Wow. Actually, it does delete a chunk of them. Now, meanwhile, this is for the orcs. Also deletes a chunk of the elves. Goodbye. Alright. Okay, Taliesin. You have
Yes.
hurt 2 of these shamans. Now, 3 bolts of flame are flying at your face. What do you do?
I'm gonna try that trick with the staff again. That seemed actually to work pretty well.
Okay, roll it.
Oh,
I don't think I can help you out with that.
well, take an experience. No,
Yeah, it's an
I'm
experience.
gonna eat dirt maybe.
13 points of damage.
Reduced by anything?
Armor. You have one
reduced by
shield.
your armor. You have a
Okay.
shield, yeah. Reduced by your armor, yeah.
13 points of damage. 14, you said?
13 points of damage, reduced by your armor.
Okay, well I'm -1.
Ugh. Shows you 0.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be fun. Alright.
I'm down, man.
Morgan sees Taliesin knocked down. What do you do?
What knocked him down?
Yeah. The shaman's over here. Yrden's flying next to you. Finally, Amma and the dwarf comes by. The dwarf goes to help Taliesin fend off against the shamans. As the purifier tends to Taliesin's wounds.
Just in time, dwarf assholes.
Yeah, seriously. And then Amma
Dwarves.
transforms into a what would be a giant sea air creature? Giant condor. No, a pelican. A giant pelican.
Is it gonna swallow? Can it swallow the wyvern?
Well, we've already
It's
had
going-
like giantesses and growth. Like we might as well have boar too, I guess.
Vor.
All in one session.
Just add Vor into there as well.
No, I mean, have you seen how the pelicans are just?
Yeah, no, I know it's terrifying. Now
It's
that's
our
what we're
state bird,
doing.
we
That's
know.
what we're doing. We're doing this now. We're not backing away from it. We're going whole hog, so to speak.
I mean, that's a big pelican if it can swallow a wyvern there.
Well, it is a big pelican. We did this out.
It's just the pelican gonna try and ram it, and let's see how well she does. 2d6 plus 3. Oh! Is that a 9? Is that a 9? You can help.
Can I
You can
assist
assist.
that?
2d6 plus 1.
3d6 plus 1.
Yes. Oh my god.
Wow. The 8s tonight are good.
And
Can I just-
Yrden! Oh yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
Like, can I just have Aaron bump the wyvern into the mouth?
Yes! Right, so they bump these 2 things into Alma's mouth. And Alma just does a straight dive bomb into the ground. And just before she gets hit into the ground, she transforms, spitting them out, and they crash into the ground.
Ah, yes, the pelican suplex. That's it's a classic.
Yes.
of,
You take 7 points of damage. Now she's on the ground, the wyvern is grounded, and Yrden is just cackling and fighting off. What do you do, Morgan?
Chomp its wings, Aaron.
Yeah. chomp its wings. It's chomping its wings.
Oh, is it
What would you have me roll to engulf her with water by grabbing her?
Dex.
Dex, just still
We're
Dex.
just
All right.
really leaning into this, huh?
Just
Really into the lore.
look. This is what they teach you. You steer into the skid.
I can't
So the
believe
audience
Morgan is a
wants.
slime girl.
Steer into the skid.
Alright, you're gonna
Right.
get damage back as she tries to fling a giant javelin into your chest.
If Sasha's still around, can Sasha assist on that?
Yes, Sasha can assist on that. Roll your
Sasha's
bonds.
certainly not helping me, so.
Oh
Nope.
no!
Oh,
Whoops.
oh no,
Sasha's
something-
mourning over Taliesin.
Yeah, Sasha actually gets in the way,
Oh no.
and for a moment, the wisp just gets hit and disappears.
Now that's
Oh.
the greatest sin that Alex has committed this entire time.
That's the greatest.
Killing
thing.
the will of the wisp.
The cinnamon roll was just
Hold on,
harmed.
guys. I gotta switch over to the chat.
You can switch over to the chat.
Oh, you're just a slime girl. Oh no.
All right, Morgan, get ready to take. Oh, you lucky, you're lucky. 8 plus 11 points of damage. Reduced, no pierce, reduced by your armor.
Reduced by armor. Oh boy.
And she gets sucked into your arm. What do you do?
This is mine now.
What do you do with it?
Suffocate?
All right. Anyways,
What
meanwhile,
do you want me to roll for that?
no, we're gonna go back to that. Baldric, you just see Sasha just pop out of existence.
Sasha? I trusted you guys! Oh,
Bubbly noises.
What do you do?
I command the archers to target the berserkers.
All
Or
right,
actually,
so-
can they target the trebuchets that are nearby?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Daniel
they're in range.
Khalgrast.
Oh, Khalgrast kneels.
You
Okay.
can do more than one action, guys. So you can roll. So you can heal and do this at the same time. So what do you do first?
Okay. I'm gonna command them.
All right. So what are they effective?
Unharmed.
Okay, so they're less effective. That's fine. Next charisma roll to heal Khalgrast. What do you do? Huh, not bad.
What are you at right now, Khalgrast?
Praise Jesus, I'm at like 5.
Praise Jesus.
Like, guys, I take an magma to the face, okay? It really hurts.
Oh my god!
Ah, that actually doesn't heal me all the way, is what's funny about that.
In the 3d4.
Okay, 3d4 to damage.
Oh, that
Harold
feels
is,
pretty good.
Harold is dealing with this berserker. I can tell you that
Harold,
right now.
Harold, just defend. Don't,
But-
don't
but-
be a hero. I'll take
Yeah.
the sword on.
All right, you take the horde on. What do you do?
Oh,
Hack and
I'm gonna
slash.
just let them crash into me. No, they're gonna
Alright.
crash into me. I'm
They,
gonna
they
wait
crash
for 'em.
into you. They crash into you.
Ooh.
God damn it.
They crash into you.
Well, you're down
So
2
many-
now.
Could I assist?
You can assist. Roll your bond as Baldric continues to play as hard as he can from the fucking keep. All right,
Ah,
Baldric, you play so hard and you're able to assist, but the strings on your mandolin break.
Oh man.
I mean, you've been doing that a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're gonna need some time to restring it as you tell the archers to fire and fire, and they manage to take out some of the trebuchets, just enough so that they're ineffective. And Khalgrast, you get the 1 aid.
Yeah, I just want to deal damage to these guys, I think.
Yep. All right. They're gonna deal damage to you, so they're trained. So 2d8 and plus 4. They have a pierce of 2. You take 10 damage. Pierce 2.
Okay, so I take 8 damage. That's fine.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you just kill them.
Okay,
I don't need to see a roll. You kill them.
I just mow through them.
You just mow through them, and you head down here. Baldric, you tend to your strings, and you're able to do that. But this berserker has now crawled into the keep and is about 30 feet from you. What do you do?
I tell the archers to fire on him.
All right, roll your charisma.
Shoot the fucker.
All right.
They're gonna be unharmed.
Okay, so you tell them to fall back into safe corners, and they're gonna roll just the 1d6 because they're not effective. That's a 4. Yes, 2 health left.
You gotta fight
Can
something
Roscoe
eventually,
charge him?
Baldric. You gotta fight
Roscoe-
something eventually.
No, it's not that. Roscoe eventually charges him, but then a moment appears. An image of Wesley appears right here.
Wesley!
As the Berserker slams onto Wesley, realizing soon enough it is an illusion, allowing Roscoe to jump up and bite his face off.
Damn, I thought Baldric was actually gonna have to fight something for a second.
I know.
No.
No.
Wesley's looking out for his mans, alright?
Yes. Alright. Meanwhile, back on the front line, this chick is fucking suffocating right now. Can you roll a constitution to maintain?
Sure.
Right. Okay. So it starts to envelop around her, but she's able to send this torrent of purple energy flying out of her chest, causing your water form to get a little bit smaller, but she takes quite a bit of damage. Can you roll your basic damage, please?
Roll basic damage.
Yep.
I can do that.
5 plus Iridium, that's 9. Alright. She lands onto the ground, spittering and coughing up blood and salt water. No, fresh water, sorry. As you notice, the starlight does not sit well with her, as it's eating into her skin, the water from...
Sorry, go ahead.
Right? Now, meanwhile, the shamans are kind of dealt with because of the earlier magic missile, but Taliesin is laid unconscious on the ground, the purifier maintaining his body. Khalgrast, what do you do?
Hey, yeah, flashback. I pick up that axe from that guy.
Yeah, you pick up the axe from that guy. What do you do?
It's time to party. So that lady's on the ground.
Yes.
Hack and slash.
Alright, you hack and slash with the axe.
Hack and slash.
Roll it. Ha! Okay, roll the damage.
Yeah, boy.
Right? No,
3d6.
3d4, isn't it?
3d4, yes, sorry.
Yeah. Morgan, Khalgrast, how do you kill her?
Or
So
do you kill her?
I still
What?
Maybe don't. Maybe.
He's asking if we want to knock her out.
Yeah.
I feel like we should knock her out.
I think
How do you
Morgan's-
incapacitate her?
Yeah.
So this silver this doesn't sit with her, right?
No,
The
it doesn't.
starlight water does not
No.
sit with her.
Hey, I hack off the rune arm
What the fuck,
with the
dude?
axe.
Let Morgan finish first.
Yeah.
I
Morgan-
was going to because I still have control over this, right?
Yes.
What if I just, took off a chunk and threw her into a prison of it?
Here, you do that. Purple torrent energy starts to appear from her chest yet again to try and break free from this.
Yeah, I hack off the rune arm.
Oh shit, you do! And her left arm she sticks out her left and right arm, and all of a sudden, just numbness in her left arm as it flies off to the side. She looks in horror and sees you there, probably grinning,
No, I'm stone faced, dude. No.
stone faced.
No grin.
And the prison envelops her, and it goes to black for her. And the wyvern screeches in horror as it starts to fly and take off. But then Alma jumps up,
Get
flies
that.
above it, becomes a whale, and just tackles it to the ground.
Squeesh.
And with that, we will end the session. Damn,
What the fuck,
that was
dude?
good.
Okay, does Taliesin need to make a check?
Yes.
How do I do this?
Taliesin,
What do I need to do?
roll a 2d6 for me, please.
I don't want to.
Well, no one wants to.
No. Just... Okay. Taliesin, do you wish to die?
No. Not super.
You may win. Yeah.
A man appears before you. A chair. He's sitting in it. It's the Grim Reaper. Well, at least what you see as the Grim Reaper.
What's death look like in this culture?
A skeleton face with a robe of black tattered, flowing. The gates of death open. He has a journal, and what appears to be images of your life appear before it. He turns to you and says, "It seems you have reached the end of your journey, Taliesin. Do you wish anything to say to your comrades before you go?" He says to Taliesin.
No, but not to that. Just no. Not specifically to your question, but no.
A rumbling in your chest happens. You do realize you have no control in this. You must step forward.
No, hold on. I'm trying to search my brain here. Like, there's got to be some kind of magical bullshit I can do here. Like,
Go ahead.
I mean, what was that, Alex?
Go ahead. Like, you want to sprout lore? By all means.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's about lore.
The gates start to open, and it's the gates of death. You've seen this before. The man does not offer you a bargain, but a flash of light enters your chest. The purifier calls to you. Taliesin. Taliesin. You hear a voice. And a man appears before you. Boss. He creeps up next to you and says, "You know, for all the amounts of scheming that you do to try and remove me from Khalgrast, I like you quite a bit." He steps forward and speaks to the Reaper. The Reaper goes, "You have no power in this domain, Voss. I ask that you leave." And Voss says, "Well, you do owe me a favor, after all." And the Reaper says, "Really? You're calling that shit in now? For him? I've seen his life. I've seen what he can or cannot do." And Voss says, No. This is, trust me, this is all in my benefit. I guarantee it." And the Reaper says, yes, of course. That's how you work, isn't it, Voss?" And Voss says, "Yes, it is indeed how I work." And you notice he takes out a small lock of red hair and gives it to him, as per our chit. And the Reaper picks it up and looks at it. "Yes, as per our agreement." And puts it in his tattered cloak. And Voss looks to you and does the grin that he always does and says, "You belong to me now." And Taliesin, you wake up with a shock.
Motherfucker. I spit out blood when I say that.
Yeah, his blood pours out. And all you see on the camera is Taliesin's eyes opening, saying, "Motherfucker!" And then cuts to black. All right, that's the end of the session, guys. We'll continue it next week. Let's go through the
Someone
section.
finally died. You did it, Alex.
It only took me fucking 20 sessions to understand Dungeon World.
You killed the wizard of all things.
I don't want to kill you guys. I don't try to kill you guys.
Well, I mean, I actually went out and tried to do something in the front lines. And, well, that can
I mean, you
happen.
kind of accidentally.
Well, I didn't want to be on the front lines, but I also wasn't just gonna sit back and not do anything.
All right. Oh man. Oh, I'm loving how this turns out. I'm really liking how this is. Did you learn something new and important about the world? Yes. Did you overcome? Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? Yes.
Did we do the first one? What was the first thing?
Did we
You went a little
learn
fast for me.
something new and important about the world? Yes.
Okay.
Did we loot memorable treasure? Yes.
I did.
It affects everyone. Everyone gets 3 experience. Did anyone resolve any bonds?
I actually kind of feel like I resolved both of my bonds with, shit, actually. Hold on. I think I resolved all 3 of my bonds.
I think you can only have 2 per person, and then 1 S rank.
But I'm saying, no. But I have a 2nd level bond with everyone. I think I've resolved it at this point.
Okay, what are the bonds then?
Well... 1 second.
I think I resolved mine with Taliesin because mine was to learn how to better control my arcane abilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go from bottom up. Morgan has rare and unique abilities that I could learn much from,
Yes, you resolved that one.
and I think that's pretty well resolved, and we can develop that further. And I don't know who my S rank is gonna be. We haven't talked about how we're gonna distribute.
Yeah, we will talk about that later. What else?
Baldric has potential that he must be goaded into developing. I think I set him out pretty effectively.
Baldric definitely had fulfilled that potential.
Like,
Baldric
yeah,
commanded
I
squads.
was the one who directed him to do that. Yeah.
in your mind, yes.
I also did tell him to do it. Whether that was
Yeah.
what he was gonna do anyways, I don't
Yeah.
really care about that.
Alright. Taliesin, what's the last one?
Khalgrast is tied to a dark power. I need to keep an eye on it to prevent something terrible from happening.
Oh, something terrible happened from
Ooh,
it.
I guess that bond is resolved.
That is
resolved.
resolved. No, that you wanted.
That's resolved.
Yes. Okay, Morgan, what is your bond?
Move on for
Taliesin.
Taliesin, yeah.
Probably fixed.
Taliesin was, and I just erased it. And I'm tired.
Oh, you don't erase
was-
it. You leave it there and you add new stuff. You just mark it as resolved.
I erased mine. It's okay.
Oh,
That's what
I keep all mine.
I think we did agree that you resolved it. No.
Yeah, it was
understand, understand your arcane power.
Yeah.
You tell us.
Yeah.
using Taliesin. Yeah.
Okay, Khalgrast.
No bones here.
Okay. Baldric?
I think all that's left for me is the S rank.
Yeah. And now, what is the... what's it called? Anyone resolve any nature? Well, not fucking nature, I'm thinking torchbearer.
Oh, do I also get
Alignments.
experience?
Alignments.
I get experience for this month too, don't I?
Jeez.
Yeah, you do. You do.
1, 2, and 3. I have 19 experience, and 14 of it's about to go into a level, so I'm pretty heading on into the next level too.
I'm already leveled up, so yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
What level are you guys after level up?
I'm gonna be 7.
I'm gonna
so
be-
you're gonna be 8.
Hey, hell yeah.
Well, you need it. You died.
Yeah. It's
Alright.
true. I do need it.
Did anyone resolve any alignments?
Yeah, I already marked that.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I endangered myself
Yeah,
to combat and the natural
Mhm.
threat.
Okay.
So I'm at
Okay.
20 out of 13 EXP.
Ooh.
I did have quite a bit of failures.
Yeah, you did. That was a fun session. Oh man. Oh. Okay, in which case, any other comments, concerns, questions?
You keep knocking me to 1 HP.
Yeah, that's how the dice rolls, man.
I like what we did with the water. I thought we were just going to do
Can't
I
we
did-
a nice little wash away plan, but I like the
Yeah.
Avatar plan a lot better.
I wonder. I was wondering, like, because there was a moment there. I was like, I wonder if anyone noticed, because I kind of stopped. Like, wait, no, I have a way better idea.
Yeah, hey, can we level?
Yeah, you guys can level.
I think we dealt with the.
Okay. So that's the case. It is pretty late. I'm sorry for keeping you guys a bit longer than what I had
Oh, no,
intended.
dude, that's fine.
That was
Oh, it's okay.
a crazy session.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and level up,
Hey.
I guess.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Hey, I took Arcane Ward.
Yeah. You're gonna have a lot of armor, and guess what? You have a magic weapon now.
Oh, I'm gonna eat it next session.
Yeah,
Alright.
you are indeed going to eat it.
I'm
Right.
gonna
I'm just gonna
eat
put a
it.
big fiery axe in my inventory right now.
How many more stat points are we gonna get?
You stop at
Stop at level 10.
you stop at level 10. Yeah.
Oh cool, still getting them then.
And I would need 13 to get a +1 in con. So this
Yeah,
is
I have
8,
I have a
9, 10.
decent wisdom.
12 doesn't do it, so no, I shouldn't put points in con, I think. Or maybe
Anyways.
just to get the HP, I don't know.
The HP might help, man. Still
Or I
If
could
you
put
get,
3
like-
points. I could put 3 points into wisdom or charisma and get those up to 2, which I
I
probably
mean, is your
should.
con your 8?
Huh?
Your con is your 8 score, right?
No, that's strength. My con is 9.
Oh, okay. Con is 9. Yeah, there's not. Give you a little HP.
Anyways,
but you
I'll
don't-
catch you guys later.
later, man.
and,
Yeah,
have a
you
good
have to
night.
like 2 points to get anything out of it. Or I'm sorry, you'd have to do a lot more than 2 points. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need to raise con. There's no point.
I think I raised charisma because I think that's probably something I could use.
That or dexterity if you have a.
Dex and int are both max.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, charisma I guess is all you can kind of use. Because yeah, I can never see using strength, honestly.
Or wisdom because I don't discern realities with wisdom if I can help it.
You shouldn't, and if you are, then we should probably do it for you.
Yep. I should just help.
Yeah, so they. Alright, I'm level 5 now, so I have access to 5th level spells.
Discord, where is the PDF? Gimme.
It's time to pick another spell.
I think I'm gonna take contingency. I'm probably going to reduce... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and take that now, since I've been thinking about it anyway. Alright, I'm good to go. I'm gonna hop off of here.